Mm-hmm. There we go. Wow, that's loud. Let me check that. That's loud. That does not sound good. Let me adjust it.
Amazing.
It is amazing. Let me actually check my audio. I don't like having the audio on, but it looks like it's going to. I don't like having the audio on, but it looks like it's going to. Yep, I'm just doing the cutting in and out thing again. Okay, it looks like turning myself up should be fine. Let me check the game audio. Okay, it looks like turning myself up should be fine. Let me check the game audio. Yeah, that sounds okay. Alright, that's good enough. Yep, just me repeating myself. Never you worry about that. Alright. Here's what we're doing today. Actually, hold on. There's something that I need to do that's important first. There we go. That's better. It's a good kitty that I don't really get to use because Univac is not a thing yet. Thanks, Warframe. Thanks, DE.
Amazing.
Alright. But we're going to be doing some Plague Star shit tonight. Probably a lot of it.
Amazing.
Probably a lot of it. God, it's hot. Wow. Nice hang. Nice hang. Alright.
Our most
Steam
esteemed
Sora.
Sora. Welcome.
My face looks like an XCOM sectoid. Yes. Yes.
Did anyone to take that on?
Okay.
Early lunch for council.
First few of these will be public. If you guys want to do these with me, you can.
I was beginning to think it would never touch.
Just don't show up and be a dick.
A thing that
Don't show up and be a
happened
dick.
there to others.
Kazu, shut up. You're so fucking weird looking.
I need you to take Vahek's toxin and kill the boil.
And there we go. I'll go ahead and tell you now. This Gorgon is kind of weird. Uh-oh. Oh, he's shit ton of kilometers away. Hey, Terry. Bye, Terry.
I am directing you to the location
Whoop.
of the Grenier chemical mixer. Use it to prepare the toxin.
Bet you wish you could fly, but you can't. Too bad. Well, I can't actually do anything until he gets here anyways. Wonder where he is. What? Who's doing noises? Phone? What is that? It's Pat complaining that I'm mocking him. Actually, hold on. Let me just tell him that I'm streaming right now. Streaming right now, if you want to, farther around. He won't. I guarantee he won't. Pat's way too lazy. He'll just say, nah, man. I gotta jerk it hard. That's what he'll say. Ooh, calm down there, buddy. Oh man, Archwings. Archwings are not great. Let's see. No one's activated it yet. Oh jeez, don't tell me he's still... Oh dear lord. Is he still over here? Is the dude over here the one that actually has the chemical? If so, it is going to be a while before he gets over here. Yeah, I mean, I actually just woke up. Well, sort of, I just woke up. Oh, now he's flying. I guess he realized that he was taking forever. But Plague Star restarting is disappointing in the sense of you don't like the way that it's balanced now?
What do you guys need?
I'll do it. Ah, shit, I don't have OBS open.
Voio 10, I remember that I has this, so please have this.
The infested catalyst.
Voila. Alright, thanks. I think.
If you have a vial of Eidolon Phylaxis,
I do.
consider adding it to the mix now.
I do have these things. It's actually more important to add in Phylaxis than it is to add in Catalyst. In terms of raising up your XP rates. Alright. Out of the way, dorks. This is a slightly tricked out Gorgon. I won't lie.
Rats of Cetus will flee in panic. And when they do, we'll hunt them for sport.
You sure will, buddy. He really strikes me as one of those guys that gets really ahead of himself. Like he doesn't have a plan for getting what he wants, but he loves to imagine what the results will be. He's one of those guys. What is that? Oh, it's just plants. Just gonna ignore the rest of them. Oh yeah, this is super different. Here it comes. Here comes a dropship. Oh no, they're gonna get us. Bye. Bye-bye, dropship. We knew you well. Yeah, hold on. I'll do that, I guess. Referral code. I did that a while back. There you go. Put it in chat. Yay, wow. Much wows. I don't really care that I'm not gonna put it in the bottom. I'm not gonna be like some people and put it in the bottom of my Twitch videos. But I could. Some people have been using it though, and I do appreciate it though. Joking aside. They're trying so hard. Versus, well, it's hard to say because, oh, here comes one. It's hard to say Tenora versus the Prisma, mainly just because I don't have a Tenora Riven, but my Gorgon Riven is magnificent. I do like the Tenora. I like the sound that the Gorgon makes way better than the Tenora. But I love the way that the Tenora actually looks. It's very elegant looking. What do I need?
Hey Plague, been a while. What's so appealing about this game?
Yeah. Oh, I guess I should actually paste in the fact that I'm doing this in my Discord. What's so appealing about this game? Well, it's free for the most part. The developers are good developers. They are good boys and girls. They try very hard to make sure that the game is fair. They don't always succeed, but they do try. And the general gameplay is fun. Now, a lot of the Warframes I would be interested in if they didn't look like shit, and so forth and so on. Some of those problems can be solved, some of them cannot. It's not a perfect game, but I do like it. Sounds like Pat messaged me. Oh, don't you start that. Oh, they're fighting infested. That's what's going on. You didn't know I played Warframe? God damn it. It was actually an email. Notification of payment. Oh, okay. That was you, Sophie. Alright. What did you give me? I was barely even paying attention. Use the old... I wonder how far I can do this. The shells kind of separate a little bit too early. Come on, sweetie. I know you can do it. Whoop. Fucking tree. Stop your drunk dodging. Fucking drunken master, monkey fist asshole, Dargan. There we go. That thing is not made for sniping. But I'll do it anyways, because I'm stubborn. German spy hosting me. It's cute. What a cutie pie he is. The only frame that I don't have at all... I think there are some prime frames that I don't have because they're not available right now, that are vaulted. But anyways, yeah, the only one that I've never had at all in any respect is Equinox. I have not gotten Equinox yet. Other than that, I have everything. Especially Oberon. I have a lot of Oberon frames.
The toxin has triggered peristalsis. Antibody production has escalated.
Alright.
Prepare for a massive immune response.
Now, since I put in all the, these things, the phylaxis, in addition to someone else putting in 4 catalysts, this is going to be as hard as this is going to get. But it shouldn't be too bad. I don't really like the way that the Plague Star event is balanced. Like, I have slowly discovered how to make it much, much easier, but I really don't like the fact that there are so many ways of playing that are being invalidated for really no reason. Only hit one person. There we go. May as well do this. There seems like 6 of these. Get out of the way, you fucking infested. Okay, it's probably good enough. Whoops. Used that at the wrong time. Damn it. Well, that's fucked. Maybe... There we go. Alright, that one's gone. Let's do this one next. Come on, sweetie. Open up. There you go. Who's a good little fool? Ah, damn it. Oh, sometimes the stomp doesn't really seem to work. Actually, I think what's happening is that one of the heads dies, so it resets the animations or something. Come on. Come on. Yes. Okay, now. Oh my god, open. There we go. It's one dead hemocyte. Yeah, I'm looking for the Atlas Prime. Mesa Prime is another one I really want to get a hold of. Which should be sort of soon. It'd probably be December, actually. What's
I
that?
miss you, Uncle Plague. What have you been doing these days aside from Warframe?
Yeah, what have you been
I don't
doing?
internet much anymore.
Yeah, what the hell have you been doing? You kind of vanished, didn't you?
Big as a house and half as smart.
But not much. Let me check Facebook real fast. Now he does. Okay, yeah. Pat does Saul that I mentioned. Pat's having. I'm looking at Twitter. Poor Pat's having problems creating a build that lasts. He doesn't have endurance. Don't do that. Don't ignore my hits. He loves it. I love the way that their heads explode. Something about it is really cute. Now we'll do this one, I guess. In these public events, you can't really spend too much time trying to revive everyone. Mainly because that will fuck things up and make the run much slower, just because there's like one guy that isn't built correctly. There we go. How's it going? 50% damage dealt. And same thing goes as usual. If you want to participate, go ahead and whisper me in the game. My name there is Plague of Gripes, just the same as it is here. And just send me that, and I'll just have a backlog of people that I'll bring in. But don't just message me just to message me information, because that just confuses things. Because then I won't know if you're actually wanting to come in or not. Yeah, Warframe is radically different now, Dragon.
Kill it to weaken the infestation further.
Like, it's completely unrecognizable. Here comes the baby. That should be enough. Whoops! Looks like Iron Skin ran out at just the wrong time. Yeah, my carrier died. No sense messing around. Iron Skin, come back on. Oh, don't start that shit. Spoiler mode saved me. Come on, energy, for God's sakes. Have shit I need to be doing. Ah, for fuck's sake. Now, if everyone would stop dying. Okay, now energy's back. Alright. Magnificence. What? Fuck you. Do this one. Or apparently not. Everyone's dead. Good, good, good. Spoiler mode. Oh god, I have that fucking bug. Sometimes you get a bug where, yeah, I can't interact. Great. Okay, this is a good bug. It means that I can't interact with anyone, I can't deal damage, and nothing can deal damage to me. Which means that I probably need to find a body of water to jump into. You know, Warframe has changed a lot. But it's also still the same fucked up mess that it always was. Really? There we go. Maybe that'll fix it. What do I need?
I bought a house and a dog. Now my life feeds on some money. Are
Yeah.
you drawing things, or are you video games now?
Well, you really are far behind, aren't you? No, I'm still doing the same shit I always did. Australia must be really fucked up these days. Yeah, I wouldn't want to have to buy a house and a dog. Maybe just one of those. Come on. There we go. He loves it. There we go. See, if he does have enough energy to be able to keep Iron Skin up, maybe 1 or 2 Rhino Stomps, then you're good. But if everyone keeps dying over and over again, and Operator Mode barely works because the host is so unstable, then it gets much more difficult. Yeah, I'm not doing any more Dragon Ball stuff. This never happening again. That shit's a waste of my time and just encourages toxic behavior from apparently one of the shittiest communities on YouTube. So that's never happening again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 for good measure. Don't you dare close. There we go. Alright. Damn it. Thought I reloaded already. Sorry I can't read chat too closely right now. Yep. Oh, I thought you were dead already. Fix up. Okay, now for you. Ah, damn it, I ran out of energy again. Come on, sweet thing. There we go. For fuck's sake. Iron Skin keeps running out in really stupid places. Is that guy just not going to bother trying? I doubt he has the same bug that I had. Either that or he's angry that I didn't revive him last time because I had a bug and I didn't explain it. Guess he'd rather lose. Thanks for the great hosting. There we go, okay. Now I can worry about reviving all the assholes.
But it was not enough. Not yet. Hit it again. And keep hitting it till there's nothing but a hole in the ground.
Hunter Command yet again.
I put Nakak in charge of supply distribution until this strangeness is at an end. See what she has for you.
Get out of here. Noxious fucking infested. God, the hosting this particular outing, whatever, is fucking awful. Alright.
I miss movie nights. This is my last donation. It's nice to see you're still alive. Have a good stream, Uncle Plague.
Hey, I still do, well, I sort of still do movies. Lately we've been doing the streams with Pat and Paige, doing the Star Trek Next Generation things where we do commentary over them. Not my fault you haven't been showing up. We don't even have the problem people anymore. That went away a long time ago. Bunch of Dragon Ball questions. I do not give a shit about talking about Dragon Ball right now. You should try Plague Star if you have a very particular kind of setup for it. Yay. Look how impressive I am. Okay. The problem that I have, with Plague Star is that the final little boss things that we were clearing out there at the end. Yes, we're doing that, Sufi. In fact, I even downloaded the VODs. You can go look at them on Picardo right now. They still exist. I think the last VOD was me accidentally streaming Warframe for about 1 minute, though. Because I hadn't changed the settings in OBS. But, you can go in through the backlog of VODs, and they're, like, all 3 of them are in there still. What the hell was I saying? Oh, but yeah, we're doing the TNG things and something else. Whatever it was that I was saying. Anyways, okay, if you guys want to do Plague Star, just whisper me. No one yet. No one yet, so I don't have to worry about it just yet. Oh, my problem with Plague Star. The fine little dude has a damage cap, so if you shoot him with like an Opticore or just whatever, like a sniper rifle really is the, like a Lanka or whatever. If you hit him with one of those, then it's not going to do any damage because there's a damage threshold that you can meet with every single hit. So as a result, you really have to use something that either has an extremely high pellet count or a very, very high rate of fire. And that's basically the only two things that you can bring to that particular fight. Which is super irritating, and plus things like corrosive don't work, like nothing procs on him at all. Plus, it doesn't really have huge armor stacks so much as it just has high native health and resistance in the first place. So you can't really strip it or do anything to it that makes the fight any easier. It's just a matter of just having a very, very specific kind of weapon that you're running, which is what I'm doing. It's pretty annoying. So, I think this fight could be better, but, you know, whatever.
He has toxins to destroy the boy, but no, he wants it to flourish.
I'll give it a second.
To see the infested succeed where he has failed, to see them destroy Cetus.
Yeah, a lot of people have problems with doing this on planes because most people's PCs aren't really up to par. This is PC, by the way, if anyone didn't know that. Yeah, that was on one of the TNG things, wasn't it? Pat dropping an entire toilet paper roll into the toilet. I really don't know what to do with those VODs. I guess I could put them up on, like, YouTube. YouTube will freak out over anything, even if they're unlisted. But I guess I could put them on, like, Daily Motion or something like that. Because they don't give a shit. It's probably the easiest thing to do. By the way, this is a little freak that you turn your shit into. If you're just starting out, you won't have this maxed out. It seems like it's 1,000 for the first rank, then maybe even another 1,000 for the second rank. It's super easy, whatever it is. I don't even know why they even had the ranking thing. But if you're doing like fully maxed out runs without having this ranked up to champion, you're just wasting a bunch of faction because it gets eaten and just thrown into the wind. Excuse me. Kind of shitty. Sorry, there's a cap of 494,000. I wonder, does anyone even come anywhere close to being that? Could use some Forma, though. May as well go ahead and empty this out. What are you doing? No. This again. There you go. There you go, Warframe. You can do it, sweetie. See you later, freak. Alright. You could be useless. My suggestion, really, all it really takes is a single Rhino and a Titania, and that basically invalidates the entire fight, because I do have a Titania, but she doesn't have a potato, and she's... nothing's really going on with her. But one of her abilities interacts in a weird way with its head. And I think it's Razor Wing. The little razor flies, apparently, because since their hits are constant, is basically the same thing as a constant stream of like pellets or rounds from a gun. I guess that's the logic of it. But if you fly up near its head and just sit there with Razor Wing on, and plus using a secondary, I think is what it scales with. This completely outfitted. I wish this little girl in the background would shut her fucking mouth. But I think the secondary benefits a lot from mods. I don't really use Titania, so I'm not really sure, but apparently this scales really well with that, so your guns that she gets whenever she transforms will also get a huge buff as a result of that. But basically just a Rhino and a Titania will basically just wipe out everything. Yep, still got one slot, by the way. If we don't pick up another, I'll just leave. Doesn't matter too much. Ugh, where the hell am I? North, north, north. Here we go. 16 million credits is nothing. What do you mean could not deliver? No, okay. Showed up. Still fine. Yeah, it's the pervert meetup. There we go. Receive an invitation. Alright, good. Alright, that's a full party, I guess. It doesn't matter too much what you guys are running. But again, I would suggest, like, Soma, that's good. Cerberus is good. Prism Gorgon, that's also good. That's what I'm running. Equinox Chroma. Chroma's good for this. Other two don't really matter too much.
You know what you guys need?
Chroma can fuck things up.
Okay,
Even
okay,
still.
one more.
Will you stop it?
If
Keep
the
your money.
Discord is okay, I want to hang out again. Can you link it?
Oh, sure. I think pretty much everyone that's a problem child is gone now. There's like one more guy that misbehaves himself ever so often, but then that's it.
Dark times, killer. In times past.
Did you call me killer? How adorable.
Righty-o. See you soon.
Easiest way of doing that, actually. Because I don't want to give out an invite right now.
Amazing.
Because I can't manage it because I'm the only person moderating in there. There we go. There you go. That's the easiest way of doing it. Alright, problem solved. And I will scroll down to the bottom. You should still have your old... How does Lusty Sport keep losing the Gripling status I keep giving him? Unless he's some sort of fake account that needs to be banned immediately. Who can say? Who can say? Oh, Zone is in here. That's weird. Is this the same?
Amazing.
If Zone is here, I just put Zone to work, is what I should do. Is this the same exact one? Maybe not, because... No, Zone did change their name. That is true. Well, I'll deal with that later. It doesn't matter. Let's go. I need to start farting around. Because Discord will ruin your life. Yes, it will. There we go. What?
Cleanse these plains. You'll only die in a shower of feculent defeat.
Okay. That's interesting. That's an interesting result. Are we just trapped in here forever now? Well, this is a new one. I wonder if it's still running. Yeah, feculent is a good word, I'll give him that. Yeah, it looks like the instances didn't load correctly. This is definitely still Warframe. Yep. The more things change, the more they stay the same. Okay, so I'm trapped forever. But you guys aren't. Okay. Is the bounty. If it's not, there's absolutely no reason why we should be... Okay, there's no reason we're... Why are you even still outside? Then come inside then. This reset. Or just stand out there. Yeah, maybe everyone should come back inside. I don't know what you think you're doing outside. Now, if this doesn't reset, which it may not, because since I'm not allowed outside, that sometimes causes the door to not open. It does mean we'll probably just have to completely disband. Okay, what? Warframe just keeps getting better. Let's do this. Leave squad. That'll separate the instances. That should allow me to walk outside. Maybe. Or not. Yep, I'm just trapped in here forever. Great. Let's do this. Oh, Warframe. I'm trying to help you, but you're not making it easy. Oh yeah, I see that my mission quote-unquote failed. Thanks, Warframe. Well, let's do that again. Yeah, that stupid door has been a problem for, like, years and years. Well, as long as Plains has been in existence, which may be 2 years by now. But it's always been a fuck-up door, but they just refuse to fix it correctly. Shut up. Okay. Okay. Anyone that wants to come in, let's try again. If you don't, then don't. If you want to just crumble into a pile on the ground, go ahead and do that too. Maybe if we're lucky, we'll get in 2 runs tonight. What's this? Amazing. You don't have... Oh, yeah. Grappling status. There you go. Alright, you're good. MR17. No. Here, I'll show you my build. That'll kill some time. Again, whisper me, otherwise I can't really do anything for you. You're on wrong chat, by the way. You're on local. Look, here's my Rhino. What are you doing on strength range again? It's supposed to be on duration. But I'm using duration for these particular runs. Am I on the right loadout? Yeah, I am. Okay. It's just being an asshole about it. But we're on duration for this. That way my stomp lasts much longer, so that you can freeze it in place for a much longer amount of time. So, the Gorgon... The Riven is what's mainly raising the Gorgon here. Usually this is the build that I use, but with my... I'm using my Armor Stripper build for this one, which is a much higher fire rate than the Gorgon is supposed to have. I'm using Vile Acceleration for that, along with no, oh yeah, I did drop that. I did drop it. So just Vile Acceleration. Other than that, just typical nonsense. But the Riven itself is the thing that's doing most of the work. It increases my critical damage and my critical chance by a very large amount. So that's the reason why I have 136.5 native crit chance on this thing. But the reason I'm using Vile Acceleration is to get more kicks, since there's a damage cap on hits. So that allows me to be able to get more damage in a shorter amount of time. Other than that, I'm not really doing anything aside from using Sarpa here. Like, you don't need anything on this, because Shattering Impact is the thing that's actually doing all the work. And this just makes it so that it strips armor, so you don't need to worry about corrosive or anything like that. And since the Sarpa is a ranged melee weapon, you can easily use that to strip armor from a distance. In theory, you should be able to also use the Redeemer, but the Redeemer's ranged attacks, its charge attacks, only do blast damage instead of doing impact damage, and that's what's actually triggering Shattering Impact to work in the first place. So, that's pretty much it. Secondary, I just bring you Fauna because I just enjoy it. That's pretty much it. Nothing much to see there. Alright, let's try again.
Good oots.
Oots, I love oots. Very good oots. At least it's getting to be daylight now. Okay, I don't know where everyone is. They're all back here.
The infestation. I was beginning to think it would never touch us here. That it was
I'm gonna wait this time.
happened out there to others.
Hello.
Naive.
Still
I need
one
to
person
take
in the
Vader's
back.
toxin and kill the boil.
Okay. I was gonna wait on them so that the door wouldn't close, and then... Because whenever you go through this thing, it creates an instance, I'm guessing. Okay, we should be alright. I just didn't want the thing to just close and reopen and maybe fuck things up even more than it needed to. Okay, we're good. Alright. Hopefully it'll work this time. Yay. I think we lost a couple of people, though.
First Vahek thinks, I will let this
Maybe they'll show back up, who knows.
In he thinks, I will use poison to exterminate the infestation once its work is done. Doom in his plan. For Grenier and post-former life.
You guys gonna handle the toxin?
Be destroyed now.
Shut up already, Kanzu. God.
We know Vahek
Oh my
has
god, Kanzu. Shut the fuck up.
deep underground. We'll use that. One ill to cure another.
Uh-huh. Thanks for the report. It only took 5 minutes to get it out. But the first phase is really easy. You just go into a tunnel, pick up the toxin, and leave. That's pretty much it. There's a reward, like an accomplishment, for killing these poor animals. For the longest time, I avoided, like, murdering any plains animals. Like, see? Stage 1 complete. But the game's like, no, murder them all.
And a face like a rejected skin graft. Council would like you to make his life.
There's a couple of ribbons I do need to re-roll, but I haven't gone through the trouble of farming Kuva.
Toxin secured. Be prepared. Vahek knows what we're up to.
Now, the next stage will probably be over there. Here's some.
Grenier chemical mixer. Use it to prepare the toxin.
I love mixing chemicals. I want to re-roll my Ignis ribbon. And there was one other one that I needed to re-roll, but I can't remember off the top of my head what it was. My phone also has a ribbon, but I can't remember what the hell it does. Actually, I can look it up. Yeah, I can look up all of them. Here, give me a second.
Mixer is inside that vault. Clear out the area so we can use it.
Bye, losers.
Keep that
Bye.
away, killer. That machine must finish its work.
I see your clan created the infested catalyst. This is your chance. Add it to the mixer now.
Now, one person can add all of them.
Sentient immunity to the infestation. If you have a vial of Eidolon,
But that's kind of a dick move,
adding it to the mix now.
because a lot of people just are not prepared for it. There we go. I'll sit on 3, that's fine. I don't mind. Goodbye, ship. Like, this gun is silly now. I can't even aim correctly. It just evaporates enemies. Like, its accuracy is absolutely horrendous, but that's not really the point of this build. That's mainly because of the way that the fire rate ramps up a little bit too high. You can also just use it as sort of a makeshift sniper rifle. Really?
The Grenier will do anything to destroy the mixer. Stop them.
So long, Disco Ball. This is probably the most boring part of the entire bounty. Because nothing is really going on other than just waves of peons are attacking you. And they're not very good at it.
The mixer needs more time. Keep the Grenier at bay.
Even that poor Nox. Like, usually Noxes are a big pain in the ass, but even he just kind of poops his pants. Oh, here comes one. That was fun for like half a second. And now back to the tedium of this stupid defense part. Things like this are transparently just, we need to keep the player locked into doing one thing for a very specific amount of time. Because if we tell them go assassinate a target, then they can just do that in the space of, like, seconds, if they're good enough. So our only way around that is to just fuck with them.
My eyebrows are singeing just looking at that stuff.
Got it?
Go
Alright.
shove it into the boil.
Now to find the probe.
A Grenier drone will serve as an optimal delivery system. I've marked one on your map.
The general performance for the... You mean planes?
Hack in and
I know a lot of people complain about planes being very unstable. I mean, not just the part of, like, the door's not opening or whatever, but, like... I have a pretty powerful computer, so this doesn't really matter to me. But a lot of people struggle to just look around and, you know, whatnot. Of course, the game also has some settings reduced on my end. Mainly because things like bloom and blur and, like, the ambient noise level of all the fucking lights also makes things extremely ugly and completely, whatever the word is. You can't fucking see them. Not legible. What is the... If you can't see something, what is it? It's not invisible. It's not illegible. It's unseeable. It's unknowable. It's shit. Yeah, time gating is a good term for that. I usually just describe it in terms of player retention. Really? Rhino is such a good boy. Hello. Oh, you're gonna do something? No, you're not. No, you're not. Oh, hello. Nice shield. Indiscernible. That's a good one. That's not exactly the same thing, but it's a pretty good approximation. There may not be a word for it. Because if something's indiscernible, it can also relate to the other senses as well, I guess.
Antibody production has escalated. Prepare for a massive immune response.
Here comes the fart gas. Here comes the fart gas. You know, even though I don't really have any mods in this thing, it can still kill pretty much anything out here. As far as basic enemies go. Whoop. And this is my shit weapon. Like, this is the weapon I don't take seriously because it's so garbage. Alright, come big boy. I'll show you a good time. 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright. Alright, that one's gone. Guess that one's gone too. Yeah, we just gotta wait on this one. It is pretty satisfying to kill this thing this quickly. Look at this big dumb crocodile face. Whoop. Looks like someone wasn't paying attention. Ah, it's already gone. He tried so hard. Oh boy, garbage that I can use for a clan sculpture or whatever the hell it is.
Maggots, you tried to protect these rats, but you failed.
What the?
Fail.
Is that an amber star that I see?
Well, you got the reaction. Big as a house.
Aha, it is.
Knock it on the head, eh?
How does it feel? That one's still closed. Alright. That is the bad part about having a high duration Rhino Stomp. Is sometimes it works to your disadvantage. Stay still. They're so bad at their jobs. Sting magnificence.
Well, you got the reaction. Big as a house and
Twice. Oh yeah, half as smart.
on the head, eh?
Big as a house and half as smart. Five, 6. Alright. It's kind of ridiculous how easy this is once you have the proper kit for it. And this is the third one. The fourth one is coming up. And he's dead. You know, the first time I came out here, I think it actually took me like... It took like our whole group about... Probably about 20 minutes to clear all 4 of them. There was one time even, There was one time everyone left except for me and I had to solo the rest of it. But I hadn't outfitted myself completely. Like I hadn't finalized my build, so I wasn't quite sure what to do. That was not a fun one. So now I'm very vindictive towards these things. Like, I have no mercy. Alright. One dead boy. Who's down? 2 dead boys. Here, have a energy ring. And we're done.
That was some allergic reaction you kicked off. Quite a sight, Dino. Well,
Gosh, it's such a mess of particle effects. You can barely even see what you're doing.
Cetus is grateful.
Alright, there we go. Well, that was fun. Whee! Yep, Rhino Stomp affecting mighty nicely. Actually, I think Nova's, if you make a Slova, that is a Nova that has negative strength, then it also slows him down. And I think those might even stack with each other. Like, if you have 2 of them, it slows him down even more. I'm not 100% sure on that, though. Oh yeah, I was going to see about my... Well, I can do that here in a second. I don't need to actually put it in chat. Now, that dumb cat. It actually... who has that? Damn it. Guess no one. Actually, hold on. I think it's in here. Oh, I guess I can't access it yet. But there's one of those stupid glyphs that is like a... It almost looks exactly like Elmo, making a ah kind of face. I'm surprised that Pat doesn't use that one. Because it looks almost exactly like Elmo. What MR? I think I'm like 16 or something. MR doesn't actually have anything to do with your ability to deal damage, though, so it's kind of meaningless. Look how strong I am. Alright. Forgot I got my Amber Star. Alright. If I get more whispers from people that want to join in, I'll cycle people out, but otherwise I'm just going to stick with the same crew. And if you guys want to leave at any time, feel free to.
Alright, chop chop.
Like, I'm not going to worry too much about it. I'm just trying to bang as many of these out as I can.
The infestation was beginning to think it would never touch us here. That it was...
Gonzo, how about you shut up for a bit? Ah, that's so much better. To not have him ranting in my ear about the stupid planes. Life sure is hard on the plains. I like to finger my own butthole and smell my fingers. I'm Kanzu. But yeah, if you need to go to bed, also do that. Like, don't stick around for that reason. Tell you what, I'll try to go down here and show this off. You can pick it up, I just want to actually show it on stream rather than just standing in place.
We know Vahek has Thrax toxin stored deep.
He is still talking. Can you believe that?
One ill to cure another, eh?
Oh, hello. Bye. They shouldn't have flown over here. They shouldn't have seen me. It's their fault for seeing me. I don't have too many Prime mods. I mean, yeah, technically raising MR does give you the ability to have more things, but I've never really noticed it.
Half an inch wide and a face like a rejected skin graft. Council would like you to make his life miserable. Well, more...
But basically, you just go inside one of these caves. And you keep going until you find a little toxin holding thing. You won't have to switch your loadouts when you use a Forma. What are you talking about? When I use a Forma, I won't have to switch loadouts. You mean I'll have so much Forma that I will never need... What? I don't understand it. Oh god, can you imagine actually running 2 accounts? Some people actually do that. They will play the game and then they'll just start over from scratch.
That machine must finish its work.
Which sounds like a nightmare to me.
This is your chance. Add it to the mixer now.
You cut that out.
Immunity to the infestation. If you have a vial of Eidolon Phylaxis, consider adding it to the mix now.
Oh, I will. I'll consider it. Now for the boring time. Huh. I really don't like that some of them arrive via... They're not even drop pods, they just appear. Because I like blowing up the ships. That's like one of my favorite things to do. I want to blow up more of them. Like, see how much fun that is? All of them should show up in ships. That way none of them will actually be able to land. Whoop. I love watching all their little corpses fly out, too. Oh, here they go. Like, see? He was smoking, too. That guy's corpse was on fire whenever he fell. Oh, magnificent. I better stay down here, though. No, no, we're not doing that. I hate the ones that fly around. Because they can, like, one-shot kill you if you don't have iron skin on. They're kind of hard to hit. I hear the sound of a dropship. Oh! There he is. Love doing that. Now, Hydrated Bot, I don't have anything to drink right now. So I can't appease you, my Dark Lord. You see that? He actually tried to shoot my Carrier Prime instead of me. What an asshole. Oh. Hey, boys. Look at him go. Look at those dead bodies. Oh, they vanished. That's no fun. Oh, looks like one of them actually made a drop-off. Can't allow that. God, I love doing this. That is so much fun. If everyone could know the joy of blowing up these stupid dropships as much as I do. These I fucking hate rollers. Really obnoxious. Alright. Mission complete. Got it. Alright. Let's roll, boyos.
A Grenadier drone will serve as an optimal delivery system. I've marked one on your map.
I've been having the problem of, like, I have Octavia as well. I don't really play her much because I can't really make much sense of her. And plus, I don't like doing things like, oh, I need to be sliding all the time. I need to crouch ever so often to be able to get the buffs. Things like that kind of get on my nerves. But I've been running to the problem more and more of the Warframes that I use typically are so good at doing what they do that I don't often feel the need to use anything else. Like I have Harrow, for example, right? And Harrow is an amazing Warframe. But he's not Rhino. He can't just sit there and just deal huge amounts of damage with a gun while also taking absolutely no damage. So I always have to sort of force myself to play frames like that. They don't have a good mixture of defense and offense at the same time. Okay. Hello. Anyone else? No? Oh, he did like a sidestep there. Wow, that was amazing. Hello, guys. Oh, no, you don't. No, 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 no. We're not making any shields today. Now, see, isn't that nice? Isn't Rhino a good boy? Oh yeah, of course I've flown Dargans before. Good old Dargans. Man, these guys die so hard. You guys cut that out. Very inappropriate. There he goes! It delivered the toxin to space. Goodbye, probe. Don't ask me how that makes any sense. Like, what is it doing? I don't know. You don't even need the damage boost from Rhino. Let's use Fona for a second. Hello, hello, hello. Really like this gun, but not much reason to use it. There we go. Can't quite hit it just yet. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, he's already dead? Wow, good job.
Hello, maggots! You try to protect these rats. You fail.
Oh, he is vulnerable. Alright. Love the way they explode. It feels really good. If you haven't played Second Dream, be sure to look away. Uh-oh, it looks like I'm getting the sensitivity bug. Hold on. I gotta cycle through my mouse settings whenever that happens. No, didn't quite fix it. That's not good. It's gonna keep getting worse and worse. Means we'll probably not be able to see what the hell I'm doing. God, the sensitivity. Oh, jeez. Yeah, for some reason this bug only happens whenever I'm doing this particular event. But my sensitivity will start skyrocketing, and there's no way of getting rid of it. It has nothing... I don't think it has anything to do with Warframe. It has something to do with the way that the drivers of my mouse are interacting with the game. It's really strange. Look at this. It's crazy. Like, the only reason why you can even see what's going on is because I'm trying to be very careful about my mouse movements. See if I can do this again. Red is good. Maybe that'll fix it. Okay, that fixed it a little bit. Yes. Nope, it didn't fix it. Didn't quite fix it. Still irritating. You guys get out of the way. Silly infested. Oh, that is... I love that. I don't think I'll ever get tired of watching the stupid heads pop. Yep, good old Warframe.
A hemocyte, the product of the boil attempting to fight off the toxin.
It's not really jank.
Weaken the infestation further.
Like, Euro jank is very different from, like, Western jank. It seems like it's not 6, it's 7. Yeah, it takes 7 to be able to completely get rid of its armor. You can tell because the color of its bar changes. I wish you could tell how much armor it actually did have, though. Okay, that should be enough for him. And that's it.
In charge of supply distribution until this strangeness is at an end. See what she has for you. We're all in this one together. You have not won, maggots. You have not won.
I know. I know. Now, there's several of these set mods that I don't have, and that's mainly the reason why I am getting 4 of these things instead of just selling at 1. Like, it's more important to dump all of the... Like I said earlier, it's more important to dump these than it is to dump these. Like, you want the Flaxus, not the Catalyst. Because that's mainly what's going to be getting you the, Wow! That's mainly what's going to be giving you the, reputation. I can't remember what it is that... Nah, I can't do it yet. Ugh. Okay, what do we got? Why is this red? That's weird. Let's see. But I'm trying to get specifically Vigilante Supplies, Gladiator Finesse, Gladiator Vice, Augur Secrets, and Augur Seeker. Seeker and Secrets. Actually, oh, look at that. I managed to reach the next level of mastery. That's unfortunate. Let me check that real fast. By the way, these are all my ribbons here. Amazing. Let's see. Was Euphana the one? Euphana is kind of fine where it is. Yeah, it was Boar. Boar was the other one that I wanted to reroll. I wanted to reroll my Boar and my Ignis, wherever the hell it is, Ignis. Because Ignis is more or less okay where it is, but it could be better. Because that extra ammo max and the generic plus damage, Oh, I actually hit max ribbon capacity. I need to get rid of some of those. Okay. Yeah, you guys can... I'll tell you what, if one of you guys wants to cycle out... Cognito wants to join in. So if one of you wants to cycle out on your own, that would be nice of you. In the meantime, I need to check and see which of these mods that I'm missing. Okay, so I don't have supplies. Still missing that. I haven't checked in a while. I don't have finesse, and I don't have vice. Still haven't gotten those. And I don't have secrets or seeker, unfortunately. So that's a big pain in the ass. It looks like we got one person that left. That's nice of them. Thanks, random person.
Handy with a gun or blade? Cetus needs you. Let's talk.
Not really. It's not too difficult to get a hold of ribbons. Technically, the rate that they drop from Sortie 3s is supposed to be good. But in my experience, usually you're just going to get those fucking sculptures. But ever so often, there'll be like 3 days in a row where I'll get nothing but ribbons.
Job board's filling up, off-worlder.
And thankfully, I had some pretty good luck with getting decent ones early on. I've never gotten rid of any of my ribbons, so I've gotten 21 in total. In other words. Yep, daily A10. Could be better.
Couldn't get anyone to take that on. Early lunch for Kansu.
Alright, hey, you guys give me a second because I need to get something to drink. Ow, 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 ow.
The infestation. I was beginning to think it would never touch.
I think I'll drink a VA.
That it
That'll be
was
good.
a thing that happened out there to others. Naive. I need you to take Vahek's toxin and kill the boil.
Really decided on these black cherries. At first I didn't really care too much for these things. They kind of grew on me. How many calories? I only have 45 calories each. Which is nice. Wow, that taste is really overpowering right now for some reason.
First, Vahek thinks, I will let this plague run wild over Cetus. Then he thinks, I will use poison to exterminate the infestation once its work is done. The quills is
Look at Rhino's little feetsies.
for Premier and Ostrono.
That doing something for you, Clemps?
Oil needs to be destroyed now, before it becomes unstoppable. We know Vahek has Thrax toxin stored deep underground. We'll use that. One ill to cure another, eh?
That was weird. But if you try to go underground, you lose your archwing, unfortunately. But I can sit out here and fuck around.
Of course, maggots to burrow.
He really loves maggots.
Caves, maggots.
He is just in love. You ever know someone like that? There's like one insult they use all the time. His is definitely maggots. He loves that word.
Council would like you to make his life miserable. Well,
Whoa. Ooh, that is actually mildly disorienting.
I am directing you to the location of a Grineer chemical mixer. Use it to prepare the toxin.
You know, it took me a while to realize that if you hit spacebar or, you know, I think it's spacebar or roll, then it makes you go faster. So I was going through planes for a long time. What's this? What's this? A new friend?
This is your chance. Add it to the mixer now.
Oh, do you want to make friends too?
the quills speak of sentient immunity to the
Uh-uh.
If you have a vial of Eidolon phalanxes, consider adding it to the mix now.
Oh, no, you don't. Bad boys. Trying to survive and be alive. How dare they? Okay.
This boil will cleanse Cetus of the filthy Alstron rats that infest her walls.
It's hard to stay mad at Vahek. Although I do hate him with a burning passion. For his awful, awful boss fight. I wonder what the worst boss in the entire game is. It might be Vahek. Like, I don't like Lephantis and these things that we're fighting right now. I forget what they try to call them.
The Grineer will do anything to destroy the
Because they have the damage cap and that just removes too many basic mechanics from the game. God, look at all of them in a line. What do you think you're doing? Trying to get a good multiplier off my charge so that I can actually get a better buff from Iron Skin. But no one's cooperating. Nice aim, dick. There's a good line of them right here. Damn it, they all died. Oh well. The way that Noxes scream whenever they die is really horrific.
The mixer needs more time. Keep the Grineer at bay.
Don't even really need Iron Skin. We're wrecking them across the coals so badly. Ugh, that they can't survive either way. Yeah, I probably have to agree it's probably Vahek's boss fight that's the worst. Aw, that's cute. He thought he was gonna hit me.
Get that stuff. Go shove it into the boil.
I love getting headshots with this thing. Look at all that damage.
A Grineer drone will serve as an optimal delivery system. I've marked one on your map. Drone located.
My main problem with Euphona is the fact that it's,
Toxin.
it has a bad reload, in addition to having a very low capacity on its magazine. Which is the reason why I rolled the Riven to give me punch through. Like, I was aiming for something to fix that problem, so I figured, well, punch through is probably generally useful, and it at least minimizes the amount of shots that you actually have to take. So it's sort of fixed, but not really. Well, usually the Robo-Turkey phase is the thing that just vanishes. Often he'll just die before he even gets a chance to use it. But most of the problems with the bosses is not the fact that they're invincible all the time. It's not the fact that you have to hit very specific locations to damage them. There we go. 300's good. One time I got like I think it was like a 1,200% charge. I wonder if I can still... Nah, it still isn't showing it. Oh well. But it gave me a huge multiplier in my armor, which I was very happy about. You know, I love the idea of the Riven system. It's just that the way that they implemented it is not good. Because there's a lot of things about the way that Warframe's build system works that I don't particularly care for. Oh, look at him go. the pilot's falling down.
The toxin has triggered peristalsis. Antibody production has escalated. Prepare for a massive immune response.
I think I'm gonna put Brown into the naughty chamber for a while. Because he's my last problem child in the Discord that I don't want to deal with right now while I'm streaming. He's always doing some sort of stupid shit. Gosh, look at all this mess.
Well, you got a reaction. Big as a house and half as smart. Knock it on the head, eh?
But the problem I have with the build system is there are too many mods that are just damage-centric. There's too many mandatory mods that are just obsessed with damage, multi-shot, which is more damage, putting in your 2 elements, bare minimum, because more damage. Like, you see where we're going with this. Okay, how come no one's... Here. Look away. Spoiler mode is engaged. Dead. Come on. Damn it. There we go. I swear that this weird oversensitivity bug always happens during this fight and never any other time. I don't get it. Really get tired of this sensitivity issue.
Half as smart. Knock it on the head, eh?
But I like the Riven system because it actually... I like it in theory, anyways. Because it actually enables me to do things like create builds. Where I otherwise would never have been able to do that. Like if I want to... Like, what really gets me is that I really want to be able to change the general handling of a lot of weapons. Like, I want... In a way that won't actually alter their damage in any way. But there's a limited amount of slots, so you're not allowed to do that, because there are too many mods that just increase damage. Like, I would like my Gorgon to have less recoil. Or maybe I would like my... Lex to have more punch through, fire much slower, deal more damage, but have a worse reload, or something like that. Corrupted mods almost let you do that, but they're too limited. And you don't really have enough slots to be able to do all these things. So a Riven would actually allow you to do that because you can pack in more things, but unfortunately, Rivens also have damage modifiers on them. And you can't lock the stats on a Riven, which means that you can't work on them. So if you get one that's like plus critical damage, plus critical chance, plus zoom. God damn it. Ran out. If that happens, then you're kind of just fucked, because you just have to re-roll the whole thing all over again, because there's no way of actually improving it. I believe Iron Skid is already out again. Bitch. What the hell's going on up there? Put a stop to that loud ass noise. There we go. Armor cell. Only thing about modifying the weapon like this, it does make it run out of ammo in the clip really, really fast. Fortunately, you don't really need to worry about it too much. Huh? Oh, one of them survived? Oh, you're still alive. Look at that. Nope. Goodbye. Ah, look at that gladiator finesse. I actually needed that. Actually got something I needed.
I put Nakak in charge of supply distribution till this strangeness is at an end. See what she has for you. We're all in this one together tonight. You have not won, maggots.
He never gives up on the maggot shit, does he? Yeah, this build will run into red crits on its own ever so often, but not too often. If you get a hero on the team, forget about it. Like, the damage this thing creates becomes absolutely insane if a hero is lingering about. Kind of snowed here yesterday. It didn't last too long, but it was kind of weird. Seems like it's gotten past the point where it should be that kind of weather. Build for the Gorgon again. Oh, I can't look at it. Really don't like the way that it locks things out like this. Okay. Let's see. It's probably just someone. I'm guessing they're not asking to be invited, I don't know. Okay, there we go. Yes, this is what I wanted all along. Now I can finally mark that off my list. Thank goodness. Only only 4 more to go. Alright. Looks like one person was watching and actually left on their own. That's nice of them. Didn't even have to request it. And you can rotate back in eventually if you want to. I don't mind. As long as you guys are able to manage yourselves, that's great. Soma also works well for this. People were wanting to... I guess they weren't here for me showing this earlier, but... here's the Gorgon build that I'm using right now. You don't need the ribbon, but... Remember, with fighting these things, I'll say this again since I said it earlier on, but with fighting those final enemies, the big dudes that we're fighting right now, they have a damage threshold on how much damage you can do per hit on them, which is super shitty and kind of a real asshole move, but that's how they work. So the main thing that you want to do is hit them a whole bunch of times in a row. And it seems like you can... Like, I think the damage threshold for me was like 325 damage per hit. Oh, I had another person leave. Like I said, you can leave anytime you want to. So 325 was the amount of hits, or damage that I was doing per hit. So the goal is, like, if I hit it with an Opticore or something, it would still only do 325 damage, or whatever the threshold is. So, you basically just want to hit them a whole bunch. So that's what the point of this is. I'm just modifying it so that it fires a whole lot in a row. So this thing, like, giving me more critical damage and critical chances, is not really doing much of anything, because it's just raising damage and making it so that I'm absolutely hitting that threshold, but it's not really important, because I'm probably going to be hitting the threshold one way or the other. So really you just need to find a gun that has a very high fire rate, or has a very high pellet count. Like something, I was thinking about trying out Boar Prime too, yesterday, but this is working so well it doesn't really matter. But something like that would also work really well, because each multi-shot pellet also counts as its own attack, so it bypasses the damage threshold. Oh, you want to come back in? There you go. Look at all these razor wing flies all over the place.
Dark times, killer. In times past, we've lost entire markets, entire clades. Rightio. See you soon.
See you soon, dinner. I really don't need the rank up just now. I can do that later, I guess. Yeah, I'm sure they're probably saying something.
The infestation. I was
there you
beginning to think it would never touch us here. That it was a thing that happened out there to others.
Zun-sama?
Naive. I need you to take Vehek's toxin and kill the boil.
I better bring up Discord again. I'm having to look down at Discord and moderate that at the same time. Ugh. I was thinking whenever I brought Sufi back in, it's like, well, there's like one person that would be a dickwad. And of course I look down, and that one person's being a dickwad. It's like, well, that didn't take long. The one person amongst 1,000, that would be a problem. Alright, off we go.
First, Vehek thinks, I will let this plague run wild over Cetus.
That door does suck.
I will use poison to exterminate the infestation.
Tell you what.
Once its work is done.
Someone's gonna pick up that toxin.
See doom in his plan.
I'm gonna fish.
And Ostron alike. The boil needs to be destroyed now, before it becomes unstoppable. We know Vehek has Frex toxin.
Oh, come on. I'd totally hit him.
We'll use that. One ill to cure another, eh?
Who's shooting me? You? Oh, man, look at that hit. Alright. Now for some nice... Ooh, is that a wisp over there? Look at that. I see a wisp. Wisp. Okay. That's fortuitous. Oh, who's shooting me?
The Threx toxin! The Tenno maggots
Whatever.
Want my toxin! Stop them!
Yeah, it's a really intense mission, I'll say.
Mayheck. A two-bit does
Don't mind me.
mine half an inch wide and a face like a rejected skin graft. Kanzu would like you to make his life
We're not gonna have enough time for that.
more.
We're not gonna have enough time for the,
Toxin secure.
Froma, not Froma, whatever the hell it is, to actually matter.
I am directing you
Ah.
to the location of a Grenier chemical mixer. Use it to prepare the toxin.
Thanks, Lotus. Are you doing it? Are you doing it, Tenno? Yeah, we'll get on it. We'll get on it soon, Lotus. Don't mind us. That's a nice one. Have you ever seen, like, a large Norg? Like, they spawn very rarely. I've gotten a couple of them. Those things are huge. They look way bigger because of their weird body shape. They're pretty massive. Oh, damn it. They both made it over there, didn't they? Well, I guess we better go.
The mixer is inside that vault.
No, come here. Could.
The area so we can
No. Come to me. Coot. Damn it. The pressure. It's getting into me. Aha! I got the small coot. Ah, whatever. Alright.
Machine must finish its work.
Oh, if I have to. Sounds like I have a visitor somewhere nearby. Oh, there he is. See, I'm helping. I helped. Yeah, you can see them highlighted if you use... Shut down that bird! That bird wandered in front of my gunfire. That's a really long-range hit, too. I can't even hit this one, and I'm trying. There we go.
Soon the Ostron rats of Cetus will flee in panic. And when they do,
Alright, here we go.
we'll hunt them for sport.
Come on now. This could be a better system. Could be slightly better. But yeah, you use, where do I have it? Luminous Dye. Luminous Dye is the thing that makes the fish show up more. Yeah. Alright, get out of the way. Oh, I love doing that.
destroy the mixer. Stop them.
Now, since I'm max duration on this build instead of strength, that buff, damage buff, is not going to be that important. This sounds like a nice gun. What are you using? Is it a... What is that? Stradivar, huh. I definitely don't have that. I forget how you even get it. It's not a login, is it? Stradivar, let me check. Stradivar. How do you get it? Oh, maybe it is just an ordinary weapon that you just build. Maybe I just haven't built it yet. Sounds really nice, though. Oh, is it a piece of shit? I wouldn't know. No, I read chat, but you're still really far behind, since you're watching on stream. I'm having to read like 4 different chats at the same time, though, keep in mind. Retribution if anyone wants it. See, that's the unfortunate thing about the Riven system. It was supposed to improve bad weapons, so things like this Stradivar, you know, can be a really good weapon instead. Or things even like my Gorgon. Like, the Gorgon used to be considered to be just a worthless pile of shit. And this is like one of my favorite weapons now. And whenever they first released the Riven system, the disposition system did not exist, so it was especially useless. But even now people mainly use Rivens on weapons that they would have been using anyways, to make them even more overpowered. Huh, it's just right here. I've never seen the probe show up this close. Maybe it's because I did all that fishing. That's probably what caused the seed to change, because I was fishing. See? It improved our chances. Although now we have to walk 1,200 kilometers. What is your Tenora Riven? Impact and damage. Well, the impact is not going to be too great, but the extra damage and critical chance is nice. It's pretty good Riven. And I do like the Tenora. Tenora is another one that I would like to get a good Riven for. I just really wish that you could lock stats on Rivens so that you could actually work on them. If you could actually do that, I would have a reason to have like multiple Rivens for the same exact weapon. So that you could actually create multiple builds. And that's what I want from Warframe more than anything, is the ability to actually make builds. Because too much of Warframe is just obsessed with number crunching. Could be much better. Love doing that. There he goes. This gun is a lot of fun to use. It doesn't have the, like, it's almost like a Lex if the Lex had a lot of drop-off. Here, buddy. I mean, the ability to lock Riven stats is not going to ruin the Riven system, or like the monetization of the Riven system. If anything, it's going to improve it, especially if you make it so that in order to lock a stat, you need even more Kuva than you would have normally. Did you survive your fall, buddy? Those poor pilots. They have it so bad. Yeah, the funny thing is, as integrated as bullet jumping has become to the game, it used to not exist at all. It's almost Tribes levels of, you know, like Tribe skiing never existed for a long time during the initial parts of Tribes 1, until people discovered it. It's almost at that level. Oh, I love shooting this gun. It's just not as effective in the game's obsession with wave combat, but it's still really fun to use.
The toxin has triggered peristalsis.
But there's so many guns in the game that are really fun to use, and they sound good and they look good, but they just have bad numbers. And there's not really any reason why they should have... Ooh, look at that red. There's not much reason why they should have bad numbers. What kind of buff is my Sentinel giving me? It heals me. I forget what... I very recently changed over the Carrier Prime because I was just recently able to build it, so I forget what mods that I have on it. But I do have it set up to where it heals me ever so often. But I think that's the only thing that it's actually interacting with. Whoops. Damn it. Timed that incorrectly. 484 is my cap this time around. I think. 464, it's hard to tell. think it's, yeah, 464 is what it is. Wow, that actually hit me. I was actually thinking whenever I was about to jump, this attack never actually hits me. I wonder what arc I would have to be in for it to actually land. I guess I guessed right. God, I can barely even see what I'm doing. Yeah, what kind of buff did I get from that? It's gotten to where Iron Skin doesn't actually show. Usually, whenever you get a good charge, the augment should display the change in your ability power for that ability. But it's not doing it for whatever reason. Are you still alive? Get out of here. I do like that line. Big as a house and half as smart. Half as smart of a house. Of a house, yes. Good job, brain. You know, something about having a bunch of audio in your ear actually makes it so that it's harder to talk. It's a really weird experience. There we go. Armor gone. 502 this time. Weird. Look at those reds. Nice. That didn't even explode that time. It just vanished. Look at this big dumb grin on his face. Oh, I love that. I will never tire of that, sir. Alright, get out of here. What the fuck? What do you think you're doing? Hey, can we have fun too? No. You are not invited to the party, Grenier-chan. Bayheck probably would have a weird maggot fetish. He's a prequel fan, in addition. Where? Ah, here we are. You'll be okay, buddy. I'm having to look at my iron skin, make sure it doesn't run out at the wrong time. There we go. I tell you, this entire sequence is way more enjoyable once you actually have something. This event has a lot of problems, but you only stop noticing them whenever you get the ability to completely carry everything. Like, if you're able to completely solo this event, you don't notice its problems. And I think that's the reason why there's so much resistance that a lot of people are having to it. Because there's plenty of people that are like, no, I love this event. This event is perfect. Stop saying that it's bad because you'll ruin my experience. You know, those people. You don't get to have that experience though, unless you have a very specific loadout. Like, I'm able to just blow through this dude. I said blow through this dude. Through them. Through them. Through them. Come on. God, get out of the way, guys. I can't even see. Common problem on the planes, you can't see what the hell you're doing. There we go. You can see his health bar on the bottom there. Each one of the heads has its own health, though. Oh, he's gonna get me. He's gonna get me. Oh, never mind.
You are not welcome on Kanju's blade, snot thing. Nice work, number one.
What did he call them? Snotbane?
Easier back here. During these dark nights, Cetus is grateful for your help. The cat will keep you supplied until we feed
Yeah, the...
Go see her.
Each one... Like, each... There's a Corpus head, a Grenier head, and a, what is the third one? Infested head, yeah. And I forget which is which. I think the Corpus head is the one that is green and spits. And the Infested head, I think, is the one that looks like the big Zelda monster, the big crocodile head one. And the, Grenier one, I guess, is the dumb scythe one. Which is by far the worst. Snot thing. Such a lazy insult. You snot thing. Stupid doo-doo fart head. It'd be funny if, like, after all the maggot talk, that's the thing that really gets to him. Like, he's bitching about maggots and being disgusted with them, glistening, blah, blah, blah. You're like, shut up, fart teeth, or something. He's like, what the fuck did you say to me? And that's the thing that really sets him off. Did I say fart teeth? It doesn't make any sense at all. I need to get more secondaries. I need to get the, what is it called? It sounds like piranha. Pirata, I think. It's a good secondary, but a lot of people are using it for this event as well. Because it's sort of like an Oxaletto, except as a one-handed weapon. Damn. I'll get that stuff one day. One erudite, thank God. Alright. If you guys, I'm just queuing this up. If you guys actually wanted to do something, like if you need to do something here, change outfits, or whatever. You know, I'm in no rush, so don't worry too much about it. Panderos? No, the Piranha, that's what I'm thinking of. I do have the Grakatas. Whoop. Too far in, I can't change. I do have the Grakatas, but I never did anything with them. Mainly because they're too limiting, because they have the... Oh yeah, I haven't been leveling this thing up. I should do that. I got this from Barrow. It's skins? Oh, it's one of these. It's like the Opticore. Okay. Yeah, I can level that up in the process of doing this. But like, Twin Gremlins are fun, the Crocatas are fun, but they have too many ammo problems. Like, you just run through them way too much, so... You're kind of fucked in that respect. Gonna go grab Carrier? Alright, that's fine. Limbo without his hat on looks so weird. Ugh. I hope that his Prime skin really improves on his general look. How many people are we? Is there anyone else? No, okay, we're good. Right. I'll close those tabs just in case. Again, if anyone wants to play, go ahead and send a whisper if you want to. If lifesteal mods or weapon effects work with her 4, I think it scales in the same way that any other weapon that scales with abilities works. In that you're just getting raw numbers. So if the mod is doing something, like if it actually has some sort of technical improvement, like lifesteal or whatnot, I don't think that it does, because that requires things like channeling and whatnot. I know Atlas's 1 scales very heavily with
need you to take
certain mods, but it won't do anything if they have things like... Actually, I think status chance might scale with his stuff. But it is... Sorry, I cannot talk with him talking, because it really distracts me to the point that I can't even hear myself. But whenever Atlas's abilities scale, it's mainly better to just have things that are just doing raw damage. Because things like lifesteal, things like... What's another good example? Can't think off the top of my head. But just anything like that is probably not going to actually do anything. God, is he still talking? I put my headphones back on and he was just still going. Man, that's annoying. Some of the non-prime Warframes do look good. If you can get their, like, premium or whatever you want to call them, like platinum looks. But otherwise, yeah, I kind of agree with you. A lot of non-prime Warframes are kind of... They look like they're just intentionally meant to look ugly. Which is unfortunate. Don't you run from me. I actually really enjoy fishing. Ooh, look, a wisp. Nice double jump, asshole. Why don't you try again? There we go. Get those fuckers anytime that you can. Do you mind? I'm gonna kill you with this spear. God damn it. You're really busting my nuts here. You know what? Fuck you. Get out of here. Cockwads. Now back to the important part of this mission. Alright, here we go. Ooh, big one. No. Aha! Look at this big boy. Not the biggest of boys, but he's a big one. Yeah, deluxe skins. Valkyr looks okay, vanilla. It really helps whenever you start unlocking various helmets and things, though. You know a weird thing? These fish are client-side. So you actually see completely different fish from everyone else. But at the same time, the movements of the players will actually interact with your fish. So other players can still do things like scare them off. It's really weird. I think Chroma looks okay. I really don't like the look of Chroma, but I think for people that like that general sort of look, Chroma looks fine without his prime stuff. By the way, Cognito, thank you for going and picking that up while we're over here dicking off. He could be over there dying, being shot to death, and we're just like, oh, I love the fish. I do not like the look of Frost. Like, his Harka skin is fine, and I will use it. What the hell? Mouse veered off at the wrong side. God damn it. My mouse veered off to the side and closed my Twitch tab, and closed another tab, and I don't know what tab that was. That was annoying. But, Basic Frost looks pretty ugly. Frost Prime, I think, has the exact same problem, because it looks... Frost Prime was like, what, the second Prime they ever released? Because Excalibur Prime was the first one, and that was more just, we're making this for the, deluxe, like the founders. And that's where the concept of Prime frames came from in the first place. And Frost Prime was kind of the first one that they actually released that caused the problem of, well, everything needs a Prime frame. So it was very early on, so it kind of just looks like ass. Because it's almost exactly the same as normal Frost, except it just has very slight variations the way it colors. And the main problem with Frost in general is the fact that it has one giant primary color that covers, like, the entirety of its body. So you just end up with this incredibly bright red or bright blue or whatever color it is, Frost. It's really hideous. So I don't much care for the way that Frost looks. You really need a lot of work to make that thing look okay.
Of course, maggots seek to burrow away from my caves. Maggots, lest you be crushed.
What if he has a subscription to, like, Maggot Monthly? Or, like, barelylegalmaggots.com is on his favorites. Something's going on there. Whoop. Oh, come on. See, I like fishing. Like, this is kind of fun to me. I just think there's too much focus on trying to do it as fast as possible. Like, if you want better fish to appear, you just throw down bait and hope that they show up. I wish it worked more like, say, if any fish will spawn. Like, say, right here, we have, like, a mortis lungfish. And you could just capture a whole bunch of these things. But what if instead of that, you threw down bait and made it so that the lungfish started gathering around it? And then once you have a whole bunch of them, instead of capturing them, you, like, kill them all in one big pile. And now that there's a big pile of dead lungfish, it attracts a better kind of fish that shows up, and those start to spawn. And then you could do something else with those. Like, it's more about creating behavior within the environment. It's sort of a little mini-game that makes the better fish appear, that sort of thing. God damn it. The thing about fishing is that apparently if my mouse veers off to the other monitor, it wants to start fucking up the tabs. But yeah, I wish that the fishing worked a bit more like that. Because I think there's too much focus on just trying to capture as many as you can as fast as you possibly can. Which makes it kind of stressful when it should be very relaxing. Whereas if it just worked a little bit differently, then you wouldn't have that issue at all. Okay. Where are we at in terms of... He's still coming back? Are you taking, like... Are you just, like, walking back? Wow, you're still there, too. What are you doing over there? I mean, it's fine if you want to take your time. I'm just hoping that nothing has gone horribly awry. Like he's, like, sweating and panting as he emerges from the cave. He's been having this small war the entire time that we've been fishing. The reason why that they don't do things like that, though, is because they're more worried about your ability to generate resources than they are about you having fun. I didn't think I would like V8s, but those are okay. Those are A-okay. Yeah, I know, that magnetic proc. I love how you can throw something past the fish, and they'll still freak out and run away from you. Like, wouldn't you think if you throw something over here, then the fish would get freaked out and run towards you? But it doesn't always happen. Sometimes there's like, well, no, I know it's you. Fuck you. Look at these big boys. Look how big this young gentleman is. I don't like the look of Ember. The weird mohawk thing puts me off. Yes, I'll be so glad whenever I finalize the dumb magnetic arcane so I can just get rid of that shit entirely. It's probably the most obnoxious part of being out here on the plains. Alright, we're ready? Alright, let's go. Whoops, missed that one. Oh, the eyeline will be fine. Terry doesn't really matter. I wonder if I can handle Terry right now. I don't have my Lanka. Whoa. I don't have my Lanka right now. And this is more of a... well, I don't have your phone either. I could get down Terry's shields pretty easily right now, but I don't think I'm outfitted for actually taking him out specifically. It would probably take too long.
Keep them away, Killer. That machine must finish its work.
I see your clan created the infested catalyst. This is your chance.
Sure did.
Add it to the mixer now.
The quills speak of sentient immunity
Hold on.
to the infestation. If you have a vial
There we go.
of Eidolon Phalanxes, consider adding...
Get out of here. Just look how much of a dick move that is. Just standing outside, just looking at you. What you doing in there? Killing you. Oh. Oh. It doesn't take much to manufacture these things other than time. They're not too bad.
This oil will cleanse Cetus of the filthy Alstron rats.
They're gonna vanish before I can get them. Ah, damn it. I'll get this one. Love doing that. Absolutely love it. Do 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 do. I love to murder. I'm gonna go fix this problem right here. No rampart for you. Well, it seems like someone over here is causing problems too. After that, yeah, I guess that's it. All right, good. Where are those coming from? They're coming from this direction. PhD? Are you crediting me with having a PhD? If so, you're right. It's all thanks to me. Well, actually, I did most. No, it's all thanks to me. I am pleased to see that some people actually say that I help them in regards to improving their own lives. I can't say that I really did much of anything. Anytime that, like, I do one of the videos and I start thinking about giving people advice and things, I often worry about giving the wrong kind of advice. Because there's so many times when people misunderstand what I was saying, or I didn't qualify everything. Which was a problem in the last Dark Souls part that I uploaded tonight. I put up 21, and one of the things was a response to something that I thought was purely innocent, but one person got the wrong reaction to it, or got the wrong impression. And I had to qualify a statement that I made earlier. So even with that, where it's just a simple mistake, like sometimes my advice will not apply to everyone's lives. With me, it's a little bit like I can hear what someone say. When someone say, I can hear what someone say. I can hear what someone says in regards to the advice they give, and I can sort of understand where they're coming from and apply it in a way that's not really that much of an issue.
Drone located. Hack in and insert the Thrax toxin. I'll steer it toward the boil.
But I think people can be too literal sometimes, and that does make me worry about what I'm saying. I don't think it's that much of a problem, but something you do have to worry about whenever you're doing content creation for young people. Because the last thing you want to do is negatively influence someone. That's why you should focus solely on furry women. You don't have to worry about it at all then, because that's nothing but wholesome. Hey guys.
Amazing.
The rough ones to me are whenever I say something I'm like, these are true truths. True truths. These are true truths. And then you'll get one person who's like, you have no idea what you're talking about. Because it's not like... Because I still think, well, no, I'm still right. Like, I know I'm right. They're probably just misinterpreting something. But it's such a hard... It's such a hard line between disagreeing and being like, no, you're totally 100% wrong. That does concern me. Not necessarily because of anything I'm doing, it's just the differences between people can be very extreme sometimes. Your dissertation was on huge Cresta.
The toxin has triggered peristalsis. Antibody production has
I wonder how long it would take to kill one of these things. Oh, I can't do it from that side. Or this side. Huh, it's just immortal. Look at that. Do what? Yeah, I've already done like most of the storyline stuff. I think there's just like individual quests for specific frames that I haven't done yet. Like the weird thing that you're supposed to be able to talk to in the infested room of your ship, I don't have that yet. And I'm not sure how you get it. I obviously can still go in there, and I've done Nadius's quest, but that thing that you're supposed to be able to talk to, I've never seen it talk. I have no idea where that supposedly comes from. God damn it, it got rid of my fucking carrier. It's glistening, alright. Ah. That's a weird... There it is. That was a weird shape to get stuck in. Huh? Can I... Nope. Still can't. Damn. The problem with this thing is not so much all the damage, it's... God damn it. Everyone's dying. You're not supposed to come up here. You'll just poison yourself. It's the fact that you just can't really see what you're doing. I don't know, I think we're doing alright. Hunter Command again. I'm getting a lot of those things. Wish the other ones would hurry up and drop. Come on, get here. Tell you, life is pretty unbearable whenever you don't have the Zen energy, whatever thing, from the operator.
Toxin threat. Destroy it.
Makes the game much easier. Since otherwise you're pretty much completely at the mercy of whether or not you're getting random energy drops. 502. Dead. 578? No, it's mainly 502s. Oh, 68s that were running into it. I love how much pain it looks like they're in whenever they die. Mainly because I despise these things. Anything that looks like Lephantis needs to die. What are we doing, like 60? I'm not that well outfitted. Heading out? Alright. Yeah, I even have a Helmuth Charger that I never use, obviously, but I made one of them. But I've never actually seen Helmuth itself. I don't know what it's like at all. Ah, there we go. Open up. Don't even really need Stomp for him. Whoop, 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 whoop. Lost Iron Skin. Come on. Something funny about standing right up on its face. Oh, there you are. Hey. Come on, kitty. Look, your cat is way more important than you. I'm just saying. I think everyone can agree with that. Sweet babies come first. The thing that we're fighting is called a Hemocyte. Hemocyte. And it's just a reskinned Phase 2, whatever the fuck I just called it, Lephantis. Which is a boss you fight in... It's not the Void, it's the stupid ship that's infested, but it's also in the Void, whatever the hell it's called. There we go, I was waiting on Iron Skin. Out of the way, boyos! There's murder that needs to be done. Come on, Sarge. Got to be somebody needs some killing. No major pain, you've killed them all. Man, Kanzu, you're getting kind of crazy. Nope, there's more mods. There we go, okay. There's a hunter synergy. Get out of here. Him and maggots. This is getting funnier to me the more I notice it. Yeah, the derelict, that's the thing that I'm thinking of. The way this thing dies is funny. How it splits apart and just starts flying around exploding wildly. Did I hit a tree? I hit a tree. Wee. It took me a while to realize that the only way that you can get out of Archwing is by using a melee attack. Which I found out by accident because I was trying to see if I could actually melee things while in the air. That didn't work out too well because I was very high up in the air whenever I tried it. Ugh. What if I should bring... Nah, I'm not gonna bring a cat on these things. It's too important to be sucking in shit with vacuum. This concerning sentence. I always enjoy having both the highest damage dealt and the least amount of damage taken. Makes me feel superior to everyone, like I'm a god. What do you think you're doing getting twice as many kills as me? How dare you? Just because I fished for, like, 20 minutes at one time? Let's actually go through and look at some of my other good boys and girls. What I got here? Like my Ash, which I never use, but he's there. Of course, my Atlas, I use my Atlas all the time. And he's a big boy who does big things. I really wish that his augment that gave him 3 bulwarks still allowed him to actually roll them. My Banshee is a good girl, but I never use her. Chroma, who I never use at all, leveled him up and just shelved him as soon as I possibly could. I just don't like the general look and aesthetic of Chroma. Still fine. Ember Prime. Fixed her up as much as I could. But Ember's one of those things where you kind of just... Oh yeah, I haven't been leveling up Gara. One of those things where you just kind of use her for just very specific low-level stuff. Excalibur. I never use Excalibur because there's an Excalibur Prime that I'm not allowed to have. So I've just never felt any need to invest in him at all.
Amazing.
Looks nice now that you have the anniversary skin shit, though. Of course, Frost. Hey, Frost with his standard skins just looks really ugly. Like, I could exchange out the helmet, I guess, and it would look better. Gura, need to work on her. Looks nice. But I haven't used her at all yet. Harrow, really like my Harrow. But this is not much reason to actually use Harrow Kun just yet. Does look good, though. I like the stance, too. Hydroid. Still being a pirate. Bring him out of the closet ever so often whenever I'm doing Orc and Cell runs, but that's pretty much it. Inaros looks much better now. Inaros was actually one that I was using before I started using Rhino for these runs. But Rhino's just more efficient, so I just haven't had much reason to actually bother. Really love Avara's look. Such a nice big ass. And also there's like other qualities she has, I guess. But I really love the fact that I can kind of give her this camo look. She's a pretty lady. Limbo, go fuck yourself. But Limbo exists. Really hope Limbo Prime actually improves. The thing about Limbo Prime is that how do you... Like, he's already doing the whole tuxedo thing, so how do you improve on that? You just add a bunch of shit hanging off of him? I drew a sort of Bloodborne design sort of look to him one time, but no one really liked it, so I gave up on that idea really fast. Good old Loki. Mag exists. Never use Mag. Mesa, I really like my Mesa. But I'm kind of hesitant to keep investing in her because of Mesa Prime potentially coming out this year. Kind of depends on many factors, though. Mirage. Yeah, Mirage was my first Prime, actually. That was back whenever I first decided, I really like this game, I'm going to invest in the Founders thing. Which was a good investment. And I gave her a little bit of sass to boot. Necros.
filling up off-world.
The helmet that you can get from the alerts looks really good on him. Use him, of course, for farming. Nessa, I really like Nessa in general, but he's like if you combine Nova and Ember into a child, and maybe even like Rhino, into a child that's less effective than the parents are. Like, he's just not particularly amazing. Which is too bad, because I in general, like his kit. It's just, its numbers are really bad. Nidus. Nidus is one frame that I always think I really want to use him, but I just never have a reason to. Because of the wait time that you have to go through in building his passive up. Nova. Nova exists. Usually it's like, why would I be using Nova whenever I could use Zephyr? Like, whenever I'm farming plain stuff. Nyx Prime is another one that I need to get a hold of. So I haven't invested too much in Nyx ever. You can tell because... yeah, I haven't changed her aesthetics in a long time. But I really want to try the Nyxinator build, where you use her augments and whatnot to turn into an invincible tank. I really like my Oberon. Such a pretty boy, isn't he? Like all those purples and golds. I really like the look of my Oberon. This is one I use for Eidolon farming. Octavia. Let me show you my Octavia song, I guess. If I can remember even how to do this. No, it's I guess it's appearance. Yeah, Manicord. I have a couple of these. I got all the little instruments too. Can you believe this? There's an entire system for making these stupid songs. By the way, you can hear like all the fucking NPCs in the background. Whenever I think of living in a city, that's what I imagine. Just a constant barrage of noise just streaming into your skull at all times. Just that one. Oh, no, don't do that. This is supposed to be Robo Fight the Power, but... don't quite hear it all the way, but it's sort of close. Anyways. Eggs without saving, yes, I haven't done anything.
I'm hiring combat talent. Let's talk race.
Of course, Ryan. I don't really use... despite having her, I mean, she looks okay, but I don't really use her all that much. Because I never really have a reason to, you know? That's kind of the general problem with all these things, and I showed off Titania earlier. Again, whenever you're doing these runs and the things that we're doing right now, having Rhino and Titania is pretty much all you need. Like, she just obliterates them with her 4. Trinity. I like the way that she looks whenever you actually get everything outfitted correctly. My Valkyrie, I invested a lot in making her look good. But unfortunately, her kit really, really needs to be updated. Like, she is so old at this point, in terms of what she actually does. Because too many of her abilities are just, like, do a little bit more damage or whatever. They're just number buffs, and they don't really have any agency behind them. Her 1 is really fun to use, but that's really it. And she's basically just her 4 and nothing else. You just turn on her 4 and just claw things, and that's pretty much it. It's really a shame. I like her, but she just really needs an update. Vauban, go fuck yourself, Vauban. He's a fucking clown. Like, he has big clown shoes, and his little things on his arms and his chest look like frills. And his kid is kind of annoying. And he's got, like, a big space zit. It's still. You can tell that I don't really use him. I really just have not been really overly impressed with him. A Volt looks okay. I've never taken Volt out on Eidolon hunts, but that would be the other one that I should use. Wukong, go fuck yourself. Tell you, Wukong just sucks ass. Whenever I was trying to level him up, I was like, I wonder why everyone says Wukong sucks. It doesn't take long to figure out why, that's for sure. Really like Zephyr, because if you want to collect Wisp, Zephyr is the one that you want to use. Use a nice, long duration build for her, and she can get around the plains very, very easily. Alright, anyways. I just want to go through and show off all the boys and girls. Sorry, everyone that I forced into waiting this entire time. You could have gotten the bounty yourself if you wanted to. It's not my fault. Really. Yeah, that's the problem with Octavia's Manticore system, is that it's based on the beat of your song. So if you have a song that's really like low tempo or whatever you want to call it, then you're not really doing it right, because that's what controls how often you're getting buffs. So all the quote-unquote good Octavia songs are just this loud screeching noise that never stops. It's really irritating.
Thing that happened out there to others. Naive. I need you to take Vahek's toxin.
Oh, I just never get tired of listening to you talk, Hanzu.
And now, a massive sentient energy spike in your area. I advise you to be careful.
Okay.
First,
There we go.
Vahek thinks, I will let this plague run wild over Cetus. Then he thinks, I will use poison to exterminate the infestation once its work is done. The quills see doom in his
There's Terry.
Or Grenade
Hi, Terry.
post-chronolite.
Woo!
Oil needs to be destroyed now before it becomes unstoppable.
Zephyr doesn't really deal well with the general gameplay of the rest of Warframe being a corridor shooter. The nice thing about Zephyr, though, is that she has a 3 that makes her almost invincible at range. Like, she just deflects everything that even comes anywhere near hitting her. And she's only vulnerable in melee at that point. Will you stop? Tell you, Warframe, the Archwing controls like ass, no matter where it is. They really need they need someone else to come in and try to make the Archwing handle a little bit better, because whoever's doing it, like whoever came up with it and developed it in-house, they seem to have the wrong idea about how it should handle and how it should feel. Like, even the abilities. Like, even that. Like, it could be so much better.
The threat's toxin! The tunnel maggots want my toxin! Stop them!
I guess this is the thing that's supposed to be the incoming projectile. Blow up! Like this shit. I just used this 4, and it just flies off and does nothing.
Council would like you to make his life miserable.
4. Fire. God damn it. Now blow up! There you go. God. Damn it, now we're gonna have to walk all the way there. Fuck off, turret. What's the waypoint for? Did someone drop something over here?
Those devices draw energy from vulnerabilities.
Nope. Looks like someone just dropped a waypoint for no reason. Probably accidentally hitting the letter G. The sad thing, I would love to be able to talk about Archwing at length with someone. Not just talk at you guys on stream, but, you know, actually have a discussion about it. Because the thing about Archwing is... I may as well just use one. It is so close to being okay. And you can tell that they're really trying to be sort of Zone of the Enders sometimes. And you can really feel like, especially with like the default gun that they give you, you can tell that they're trying to be like Gundam, where you're just firing this minigun or whatever into the sky at targets that are flying around. You can tell that's what they want. But it just isn't working.
The mixer is inside that vault. Clear
Like, it just doesn't feel right. Like with just the general movement. Like whenever you're not boosting, Like, this kind of feels bad. It almost feels like it's okay, but for one, you're zoomed in too much. Like, you're really zoomed in on your character a little bit too much for this to feel good. It feels really congested, especially if you're in space. And, like, the general movement, like, trying to aim doesn't feel very good. Like, you can't tell what weapons that I would normally have in space, but it feels very much similar to this.
Keep them away, killer. That machine must finish its work.
I see your clan created the infested catalyst. This is your chance. Add it to the mixer now.
Like, see all this drifting that it does whenever you're trying to aim? It gets really wobbly, and you don't really have as much control. It feels like it's a game that is supposed to have a lock-on that you don't have. That's sort of what it feels like to me. Like it's a game like Zelda or something, where you're meant to have Z targeting, but it was removed at some point. I know that's not the case, obviously, but it sort of has that feeling to it. You're not going anywhere. Plus, a lot of the weapons. Like, I'm using the Grappler right now. Yeah, you will. Shut up. I'm using that right now. And even that, it feels like it's supposed to be a flat cannon, except none of your shots explode whenever they get near a target. And it feels like that's what it should be doing. Because the Grappler sounds, it feels a lot like the Gorgon that I'm using now. It doesn't fire anywhere near as fast, but it feels like that. Like right now, I'm on the ground, so I have a lot more control over how I'm aiming. When you're in the Archwing, it's very wobbly and you can't really aim correctly. Plus, all your targets are extremely tiny, so you can't really aim at those correctly either. So it feels like you should be just shooting in the general direction of enemies, and it should just be exploding near them. But instead, for some reason, they decided, well, we're not going to do that, so we're going to make all the enemies like 10 times the normal size that they should be. And even that didn't fix the problem. There's just so many weird, like, decisions in regards to how they're trying to deal with Archwing. They don't really make any sense. But it's so close to being good. They're just not handling it correctly. Oh, we never added in anything. That is to say, I never added in anything. Maybe it is about time that we stopped doing this and I did some mastery rank ups or something. I think I've already done sorties today, so I can't do that. I'll check. Oh, by the way, if you want to know how to get those things, the Catalyst is a dojo item. Like, this is a item that you go to your dojo and pick up the blueprint for it, and you can make an indefinite amount of them. They use basic resources that aren't too hard to come by. The other one, the Eidolon, Phylaxis, those things you get as a reward by turning in the reputation that we're getting from doing this to the little girl that sells masks. And she will give you a blueprint for those. Actually, you can get it for free for ranking up your reputation with her. That's how I got it. Otherwise, I think it barely costs anything anyways. The Catalysts spawn more of the enemies, I think. I'm not 100% on this, but the Catalysts, I think, spawn more of the final boss. And the Phylaxis are the things that actually give you more reputation for killing them, because it levels them up, I think. Again, may be completely wrong on that, but the point really is that you're supposed to go 4-4 and that maxes everything out.
Drone located. Hack in and insert the Thrax toxin. I'll steer it toward.
Yeah, honestly, the fastest way of doing this is to not use anything. Except for, actually, use, like, 4 phalanxes, I wish they didn't do that. Use 4 of those, and don't use any catalyst at all. And then just do it solo. And that's probably the fastest way of actually doing this, as far as earning reputation goes. I think the one way of speeding this up is Loki can actually use his switch ability. And if he's at max range, he can actually teleport the thing forward a lot faster. Get out of the way, carrier. You know they tried to fix the Eidolon lures whenever you're doing those, so that they don't wander in front of you? The carrier doing that made me reminisce about that. It's really frustrating. Because the lures are constantly getting in the way of your shots. And they're not intangible, they actually do block your physical shots. Ooh, 633. That's a good one. What does that bring me up to? It's still not displaying it. That is so irritating. It's supposed to display... Whatever. I'm going to level up at Detron one day. And yeah, the game is free. I mean, the main use of money in this game is mainly just to make things happen instantly versus having to wait 3 days. That obviously isn't the only case, but that's the general way of looking at it. Is that money is mainly just to avoid time sinks. But the main value of this game is being able to acquire things over a period of time. So if you use money to circumvent that entirely, there's no game anymore. So it's a good free game in that respect. And there's so many things to collect in the first place as far as your arsenal goes that you don't really even notice it over time. Because there's just so many things to build. You'll end up building so many items that it just takes you too long to level everything up. And that's mainly the reason why I stopped doing it, because I got really tired of maxing out all these items and getting rid of them, and I didn't have time to really look into them and see whether they were worth using over the long term. And it's kind of hard to enjoy the game whenever you're constantly locked to a bunch of level 0 weapons. Someone raising crit chance? Ah, damn it. Come on now. Come on. There we go. Whoops. Sorry, microphone. Another 100 trick. Even though they say the chances for these things are pretty much equal, you've seen how many times we've gotten like a vigilante, whatever the hell it was called. No, it wasn't a vigilante. It was the other thing that I got earlier. But that's only dropped like one time in all these runs. Magnificence. There we go, okay. Damn it. This is why you bring Rhino, so you never die. Ever. Ah, reload. It's one dead boy. You know what mod was that? By the way, Necros actually causes double drops. That actually does work on him. So if you are doing this for efficiency reasons of collecting things, then that would be a good dude to have just running around. Sensitivity bug again. You can use one if you want. Open up, sweet baby. Show me your teeth. Thank you. This face is really weird. I kind of forgot about it, but the dumb face on its neck is really bizarre. My carrier is dead, unfortunately, so I can't really reset.
Well, you got a reaction. Big as a house and half as smart.
Mm-hmm.
On the head, eh?
I'm gonna have to tab out to reset this bug. Give me a second. Gotta cycle through my DPIs. Okay, I think that fixed it. 4, 5, 6, 7. Don't cheat out of my duration. Ah! Look at this pile of infested slapping me. And they can't do anything. Oh, they want to hurt me so badly. Hurry up, come on. Ah, damn it. There you go.
That was some allergic reaction you kicked off. Quite a sight, Dino. Well,
Hunter recovery. Well, some of them are better than others.
Cetus is grateful for your help. The cat will keep you supplied until we beat this.
Okay, what do you guys say? Should we do more of these, or should I go mastery rank up? I guess I'll check and see what's available. Because I don't think that I have sorties up right now. A lot of random mods that drop. Okay, they weren't kidding about this event being good for general farming purposes. You can get a lot of shit. Okay. What do you mean invalid? Rhino is indeed a good boy. Warframe's dying. Warframe had a huge resurgence after Destiny basically died. Warframe's dying. It's probably the strongest it's ever been. Yeah, I can't remember. I think I did sorties before I started the night. Because I wanted to get them out of the way. Actually, I guess let me go. Yeah, I'll do the mastery rank up thing. Although, which one am I at? I'm at 17, so it's going to be the mastery rank. Mastery rank, come on. I'm going to have to do 18. Which one's 18? Tests. Because one of these is apparently a nightmare. This test requires the player to defend a cryopod for 5 waves. Really? That's it? I thought I did one that was exactly like that. Oh, it's 19 is the one that's apparently the nightmare. There we go. It's been a good few runs that we did. Not quite done on maxing out that Detron, though. Alright. Alright, guys, I'm going to kick out of this. Then we'll head up and get this mastery rank nonsense out of the way. Then after that, we'll see what happens. Need to get OBS back over here. I've only dropped 59 frames tonight. Isn't that nice? Isn't that nice? Nothing's been, like, you can, like, I've gotten to this phase where I'm not building anything anymore, pretty much. One of these. Surprisingly, I have not used that many of these. Use a lot of flaxes. Oh, sweet baby. Her name is Winry. Alright, let's knock that out. Let me actually check. Yeah, I don't have sorties. I've already done that already. And look what I got. Wow. If you're wondering why these have check marks, it's because the original version of sorties was you got all of them as long as you ran it that week. So you just got like a series of chances of getting each one of these. And they changed that at some point, but they didn't get rid of the UI for it, which is kind of weird. Oh, nothing important running, is there? Gotta check just to make sure. Yeah, I did that earlier.
Foundry items ready to claim, operator.
Animal Instinct. Animal Instinct is good to have, by the way. If you don't have it already. Alright, looks like that's it, though. I could bang out those daily Samaris tasks, I guess. Is Barrow actually still... Oh yeah, it is Sunday, isn't it? But Barrow's still there, at least for a little while. I think today he has 4 primed mods, but 2 of them are ammo mutators. One of them is toxic, though. So pick that one up. Other than that, I don't think you're missing out too much on anything. The thing is, whenever you're coloring the ship, it actually looks way brighter than this. But whenever you're flying it through space, then all of a sudden it gets extremely dull looking. Hello there. Nothing to see there, I guess. What the hell was I doing? Oh, yeah. Fast travel to Cephalon. Alright, let's go check out... Which one's this? 13. That'll be like here. 20, 19, 18. That's weird. Oh, that's 19 over there. Okay. Alright, let's, it's gonna be a defense. I'll probably just use Frost. I don't have a Frost preset, so I'll just slap it on here. Or do I? No, I don't. Okay. I have to buy more slots to be able to do that. I'll have to remind myself to put back on the high duration thing if I'm going to do more of those. Although I am getting kind of tired, and I have been streaming for 3 hours in the middle of the night, so probably not missing too much. So let's slap on Ignis. That'll be fun. Yeah, let's keep that up. Well, I haven't invested too heavily into getting a whole bunch of... Let's use this. This is my... this is the first Zal I ever made. And it is a Jaitu, Pei, and a Bala. And I did that because I have a Bala ribbon. And I was going to use this I think because I was going to try to use Excalibur. And I was going to dedicate a build to finisher damage. But I haven't really looked too much into it. But that's my Bala Riven. It's not too amazing. But it has increased attack speed, increased status chance, which is nice. Combo duration, which is also nice. So I don't have to invest too much in the combo duration. Although that could be better. But yeah, the Zals are probably the best melee options in the game, aside from like very specific things like a slide Atarax or something like that, which I don't even have the mod that allows you to do that, because I don't really give a shit about sliding and attacking everywhere I go. Sounds like the dumbest thing in the world. Off we go. Like, this looks so much brighter whenever you're actually going through and customizing it.
You can protect yourself, but can you protect others at the same time? Survive each wave while defending the objective.
Hey, Ducats are really hard to get a hold of. No, not that. Come on. Oh, can I not use Operator? I never really noticed. Keep at it, boys. You'll break the globe someday. Oh, yeah, that's what it was, Inros. That's what I was trying to do. I was trying to make an Inros build. I just haven't looked back at it since I built it, because I've been so focused on doing this stupid event. I don't mind the time lock events, but it really pressures you into doing it before you're ready to. Like, Pat's been having that problem. Like, Pat's not at the point where he probably should be doing stuff on the plains like this. Because the Plague Star event really is, like, harder than a Sortie 3 would be. And he just has not collected enough things to be able to deal with all of it yet. But the Plague Star event probably won't happen again for like another 6 months or something after this is done. So he's being pressured into doing it whenever he shouldn't be doing it. Which I think is a definite flaw in the way that the game is laid out. You really need to rush through the entire system and get everything mapped out and get yourself outfitted as fast as you possibly can. Which kind of makes the game a little bit more stressful than it should be. Cut that out. Those little bitty drones have a move where they become invincible whenever they're dodging. Yeah, you could really cheese the shit out of Plague Star the last time, apparently. I wasn't around for it, though. And in addition to that, the final boss was, the Hemocytes were much, much weaker. Like, they had much lower levels. What are you doing in here? I forgot that I was practicing this instead of qualifying. Probably didn't even need to bother. Although, I haven't gotten any energy since we started. Because these things don't drop it. And I can't switch to Operator. So that's something I'll need to be aware of, I guess. Doesn't seem like it's too hard, though. You know, I still haven't actually used my secondary. I don't even know what it does. Huh. It's kind of interesting. I like the sound it makes. I have to actually mod it up, though. Like, it doesn't have any mods on it at all, I think, which is the reason why it's not doing any damage. I like the noise it makes, though. It's pretty cool. I haven't checked out its stats, so I don't know if it's like a hybrid or if it's crit-based or what. Like, what do you finally complete it? Like, I'm done.
This test is now complete.
Why would you buy 100 Exodias instead of 100 Forma? Like, I desperately need Forma. Because I'm constantly having to buy 3 of those damn things at a time from the market. Which is not a huge... Like, it's only like 20 or whatever, but... Still, I'd rather not do it. Come on, stop it. Alright. Now we actually qualify. Are you ready to become golding? Right. Yeah, I guess. I've so long for the day where I could become Gold Eagle rank in MR18.
Tenno, you can protect yourself, but can you protect others at the same time? Survive each wave while defending the objective.
Yay. There we go. Got 32 left over. They really don't want you to use abilities in these tests unless you're outfitted with Siphon, do they? What the... Oh, it's just something blowing up. I've gotten less aggressive about giving out Discord invites. Mainly because there's been more of an influx of dickwads lately. Plus the Discord has gotten so big that it's gotten more difficult for me to try to moderate everything. And I never trust anyone else to do the moderating for me. I really enjoy the range on Ignis. To think it used to be even larger than it is now. Here, let's hurry this along. It's funny how these tests are either brain dead. Like, the tests mainly just seem to be checks, like, do you have Frost? Do you have Rhino? Do you have Loki? Like, this really basic, do you have generic thing here? And then that's it. But some of them are, like, nightmarish. Apparently the one that comes after this, for MR20, or MR19, is apparently well known as being, like, crazy. Because apparently it's a stealth mission where you can't use invisibility, and it's a line of sight test. So if you enter anyone's line of sight at all, and the range that they can see you has been extended, if you do that at all, you automatically fail, apparently. I'm sure that one will be a joy to behold. Alright, one more wave. This is the MR18 test. At last, I will be able to test out level 115 enemies in the Simulacrum, or whatever it is. I don't think in-game you actually ever encounter anything that's above level 100, do you? Because 43 is supposed to be level 100. I don't know. I don't know if anything actually appears that's like 105 or anything like that. I do notice enemies that are below 100 during those missions. There we go. I win.
A formidable performance. This test is now complete.
Oh boy. I'm Gold Eagle now. My life is complete. It does give me one more loadout slot, which I am glad about. I'm sure there's some sort of thing that you can do, some trick to it. I'll look into it whenever I get to it, though. Goes at the 105 sometimes. Yeah, that makes sense. I think his head's a little bit too big for the rest of his body. But it's still an improvement over the basic frost skin. Alright, let me switch back to what I was doing before. Actually, I might do something different. Not sure what, though. But either way, I need to reset this build. Rhino. Duration. And switch back. Gorgon. Armored Stripper. See, this is the reason why you have a bunch of different loadouts. Instead of doing everything manually, so you don't have to do all that stuff. And thankfully I have a new one, so I can... I probably won't make anything for Plague Star, since it happens so rarely. But I want to leave... I think I want to knock out the... my targets for today. Actually, these are targets that I got a long time ago that I just haven't bothered to knock out. Broodmother. Let me check and see where they are. We'll get that knocked out. Broodmother. It's on Isis on Eris. With a 100% appearance rate. Okay, and that's a capture. Okay, so I think what I'll do is I'll run Loki. My spy outfit. The only thing about running Loki like this is the capture target knows you're there, regardless of whether or not you are invisible or whether anyone has seen you or not. Which is kind of irritating. But I should be able to handle it without much problem. What was that us doing? Isis. Capture, yep. Alright. The only thing about this is that you have to be the host. So if you discover, oh, the target that appears will appear on something that people are always running, like Hydron or something, then you're kind of out of luck. Unless you just luck out and you happen to be the host. Which is not super common.
We received intel that somebody vital to enemy operations is here.
There should be more... I don't know, like...
I am detecting a synthesis target.
The game really needs like an in-game wiki in a way. Lex. Wait, why do I have Lex on this? I should be using something... If I'm running a sniper build.
Target located. Bring them in.
Come on. Get closer. There we go. Okay. Love the screaming noise.
Our target is in the vicinity. Find them. Excellent work.
Oh, you're mad. So mad.
A juggernaut nearby. It will only attack when it senses high concentrations of infested blood. Slow the fight if you want it to go away.
I really like running missions like this, where you just try to get in and out as fast as possible. Although I'm having to slow down so I can.
That's it.
There we go.
Perfect specimen. Trap it so you can synthesize it for me.
Now he'll probably freak out. Who's scatting me? Wait, did that actually get him? It didn't. There we go. No, 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 no. Don't you do that.
I am no longer
there we go.
signs of a juggernaut.
Oh, that was mine. That was sort of fun.
Good. I received the synthesis. You are an efficient hunter.
Like, Warframe is so obsessed with killing huge waves of enemies. I really enjoy it whenever you just have, like, a mission of do one thing, then get out. Because it actually feels like a real, like, operation. Always a nice feeling. Dancing on the ceiling. Oh, right. It's one of these. Nope, don't scan it. Come on. There we go. Always forget this one little thing exists. I remember very early on whenever I was playing Warframe, I got to this tile set and I had to do that. Like, there's no way through that unless you blow up that one barrel. I was stuck there a long time. And I had absolutely no way of knowing how to get through. One of those weird minor problems that Warframe has. Is this game still active? I should say so. Shit tons of people play this. Yeah, there is a bot in region chat that does help. But hell, people don't even know that exists. Yeah. It's gonna be a while before I hit 19, probably. Do the last mission, do this one more time, and then we'll be done with that. Whatever you have your own con in, like, the middle of nowhere in Canada for your one game, and that's it, I'd say you're doing pretty okay. I should get into a habit of using Avara for these sorts of missions. I have her augment that improves her movement speed whenever she's invisible. But I also really like Loki.
You found a target. Capture them quickly before they escape.
Hey, don't you slide away from me, mister. Not when I'm talking to you.
Mission complete. The captive has been escorted to the extraction point. Well done.
And this is why I like Loki. I really wish that you could reproc his invisibility while it was active, though. Oh, well, hello, you're just here. Okay.
All right, Hunter. I will reward you should you perform synthesis.
Bye. Wait, does he have one more? No, there it goes. Okay.
Pay me a visit to receive your reward.
I love missions like these. Digital Extremes does not, though. DE really does not like these. Because they do not time lock you. So as a result, you're able to do things too quickly. And they will do absolutely everything that they possibly can to ensure that you are time locked into missions. That's why there's so many that are like, defend this thing for exactly 5 minutes. Oh, yeah. Out of the way, brood mother. Oh, I wanted to shoot that thing at the last second. Oh well. I almost wish I had a ribbon right now that I had to unveil. That would be a fun thing to do. But I don't have one, so I can't do it. It's too bad. Actually, you know what we should do? For the last thing that we do here, we should run some Kuva, is what we actually should do. Because I really do want to re-roll my Boar Prime, this Boar thing. Which is kind of okay, but it's not at all. More ammo, more status chance, which is good for Boar Prime. More damage, which is pretty good. But it lowers the critical damage. Which, even though Boar Prime is not... Boar Prime is not really made for doing crits in the first place. It's something that you really should be maxing out your status on. It's still, like, critical damage is really important. So whenever it does proc, you don't want it to actually be reducing the amount of damage that you do. But it could be much worse. But the other one that I wanted to re-roll is my Ignis, if I can find it. Which that one is still pretty much okay. Like, extra damage and extra critical damage is really nice. It could be slightly better.
Amazing.
I can re-roll it once. Let's see how shitty it is. Wow. Weapon recoil, more slash, and less magazine capacity. Nope, somehow I think we'll just roll with this. You know, isn't it a good thing that you can actually choose between the one that you had previously? The Riven system would be a nightmare if you couldn't do that. Oh well.
Is your mod collection? No, I am not equipped to feel anything.
Tell you what, let's roll with Atlas, because he's a good big boy. Tell you what, I still need to level up this stupid thing. So I'll just do it on this one. Although I'll have to set the Vinca. This is a stat stick. Atlas's one scales with his melee weapons. And the reason why I specifically use Vinca Prime is because it has the best combo multiplier in the game. You don't actually use the melee weapon. It's just there for the hell of it. Okay. Other than that, what should I use for him? By the way, if anyone wants to run this with me, go ahead and whisper me. I'm going to be running some Kuva Floods is what I'm probably going to end up running. And it might be kind of hard to find people that are running it this time of day. So if you're still awake, feel free. If not, go fuck yourselves. Maybe I'll run Vacor Heck. I have a Heck ribbon. What was it? Oh yeah, more multi-shot. Unfortunately, the Heck is used so much that the Revan disposition is just garbage. So it's giving me almost nothing. It's still worth using, though. The Vacor Heck is definitely a good big boy. Come on, Wrath. We'll get ourselves a little bit of Riven before we go to bed. But yeah, just send an invite my way. If you want to run something real fast, I'll knock out a couple of these before I quit and go to bed. And it scales with your melee mods, not with the melee weapon itself. So, for example, on my Venka here, stat stick, you'll notice that I have, like, more damage, lower attack speed, doesn't matter. The fuck?
I checked Twitch for a second and I see Plague streaming while I was watching his Dark Souls run. Craigasm 11.
I love the way it reads those things out. But anyways, yeah, I also have increased impact damage. So, most of his attack from his landslide ability is impact damage, so I'm throwing on impact onto this, even though the weapon itself has really awful impact. So, the weapon itself does not matter at all, aside from the combo multiplier. Alright, we have one more slot available if anyone wants to run with me. Either way, we can run with 3 people, though, so don't feel too much pressure. Oh, you got a snipe shot ribbon? That's pretty funny. By the way, the Plague Star event, enables you to buy a original Snipetron, which there is no other way of obtaining it. Now, the Snipetron itself is garbage, but it's like free MR. Like it's a MR fodder weapon that you can't get any other way. So I would recommend picking it up. It's like dirt cheap. It may even be like 1,000 reputation, and you get 3,000 every time that you go out. Negative 145 damage. Amazing. What a fantastic ribbon. The Snipetron actually isn't that bad. I'm sure if you actually did slap a ribbon of some kind on it, it would probably be okay. I forget what the better version of the Snipetron is. What is it? It's not a... I forget what the prefix is. It's a corpus weapon, isn't it? So it would be Vandal? Snipetron Vandal? Yeah. Sorry. Okay, Kuva is over here. Where's the flood? It's not over here, is it? Yep, it's over here for some reason. Assassination mission. 40 Animo nav beacons required. It's so weird. Okay, we'll run a couple of these. I don't even know how you would get those nav beacons. Rivens aren't too hard to get a hold of. You just run sorties every day. Ether daggers you get from a quest, I think. But yeah, those. Otherwise, it's the only way that you can get those is by doing the Plague Star event. That's why they're there. Yeah, you basically are just doing it so that you... As you go up in MR, it gets harder and harder to find things that you haven't already mastered. So that's why you would do it.
Front back, you're nothing if not predictable. I bet your advisors paid you to hide Animos somewhere defensible and undetectable.
Yeah, do your drugs.
But you had to show it off, didn't you? As an investor, I must say, I don't approve.
Hello.
Blast. You're the shadow.
Oh yeah, I forgot that I was using the heck.
You ingrate. You could have had everything. And now you seek to ruin your mentor's hard work?
Aha. No, you'll never get through. Wow, got through already.
I didn't design Animo to be a weapon.
Rascal.
I would have never disabled its governor.
They're trying so hard. I'm gonna kill myself doing this.
You're on the sensors now. You've been detected.
Are we missing someone? Yeah, we're missing someone. What happened to the other person that we were bringing with us? Did you really just go up the elevator without me? Seriously?
Amazing.
This is gonna be a rough Kuva flood. With just 2 people. Maybe you should have done less drugs. Really? On the elevator? This could be going slightly better. There we are.
What is that thing?
Relax, child. You won't feel a thing. Promise.
Let's have no one coming through that, please.
What an ugly child.
I do like that line. What an ugly child. Okay, where is that? Where is it? Oh, here it is.
No!
The entire system for getting Kuva is not great.
They brought in reinforcements. A Versa.
Technically... Come on, there we go. Technically, I could revive him just by killing a nearby enemy, but I want to play it safe. It's supposed to be coming from this direction, but I don't see anything. Ah, there it is, I think. Damn it, come on.
Looks like heavy activity ahead. That worked. Target the others.
Damn it. My secondary sucks ass right now. Get rid of the Kuva. That's more important than me. Actually, here, just fuck it. Come on. Respawn, goddammit, come on.
Destroy it.
Only thing about Atlas, he's very squishy. It's like surprisingly so. What?
Attack the other brains.
Can't believe it actually missed. Oh, for fuck's sake.
Doors are locked.
I really need to level up the secondary. Actually, what I need is more energy. And that's it.
My siphon! My Kuva!
There we go.
You're messing up all my plans. I don't like it. Not one bit.
Good
It
work.
could have gone a little better.
We need to do everything we can to stop the queens from gathering.
I actually don't
more Kuva.
really like Tigress Prime too much. Come on, press the button. Don't like playing this game with people.
The alarms have attracted a Versa.
Better get out of this hallway before it gets locked down.
Breach complete. We're free to proceed.
It'd be nice if my carrier didn't die from the slightest flick of an enemy.
You always were clever, but you never did have vision.
On the contrary, I envision this whole venture will come crashing down around you.
Each Tenno attack on my ambulance has
That's a
been
weird
logged,
question in chat.
analyzed, and factored from our Animo project. You brought these Tenno to their deaths. A terrible miscalculation.
Whoops.
You've learned nothing from me.
Oh, I've learned one thing back. Never underestimate the competition.
Usually I only see this mission during sorties, so it's kind of weird doing it normally. This might get rough. Yeah, it doesn't work on him.
Opportunity. Hack into that ambulance and deploy.
Oh, I love doing corpus hacks, believe me. Oh, so much fun. How did I ever get through life without corpus hacks?
Retrieve that ambulance model before auto-destruction kicks in. She can be refurbished.
Whatever you do, don't let them fix that ambulance.
So the goal of this is basically to hack this thing and have it, intentionally allow them to recapture it. And that, in theory, will blow up the ship that's up there in the sky, this thing. Hey, what? I'm more hungry than I am tired. I've got to stuff something in my face when we're done. Don't much care what it is, either.
Here comes the dropship with a special delivery. Hi. I haven't felt this good since they rebuilt my lair.
Yeah, I think I would like to get a hold of a Corinth ribbon. That would be nice. They're very expensive, though. And it's not really high priority for me right now. What the hell's hitting me? Oh, it's that thing. Forgot. Okay, this thing does a shitload of damage. Go get him, boy. I love that noise. It's like a Jetsons noise almost.
You fools should have finished the job while you had the chance. That ambulance will live to fight another day.
I'm sure it will. Yeah, veiled. Like, if you get a veiled melee ribbon, you may as well just throw it in the garbage. If you get a veiled rifle one, then, well, it's more valuable, but it's still pretty random. He's a resilient young man, isn't he?
Thanks to your investment, I can keep throwing ambulas at the Tenno all day.
They're going to try and fix the hacked ambulance. Don't let them. It's crucial that
What the hell?
takes it back onto mission as is.
Grab this shitty focus system.
Fire artillery! Scatter those stainless steel rats!
Uh-oh. Now's the time for spoiler mode. I kind of enjoy using Inuros. He's just not, like, the most effective thing in a general application as many other frames are.
Are second to none, ensuring prompt delivery in mission-critical roles.
Shame I have the ability to completely turn off damage in every way. I love to punch men and watch them explode. I love how you can keep punching this ambulance for no reason. I think ribbons were a good addition to the game. I think the way that they were implemented was a bad addition to the game. Love the idea of a ribbon. As I said before, the way that they put it in, awful. Absolutely awful.
Don't let anything go to waste.
Really, the better solution would be to fix the mod system. Like, if damage on mods was something that you just got by getting it to 30, or even like if it came with the potato that you put in, like if that's the thing that actually gave you the equivalent of leveling up Serration and so on, and there were no Serration mods, no multi-shot mods, that would be the better solution. But that would make a lot of people upset, because they want the game to be shitty. How dare you make a suggestion that makes sense? There's a lot of that in the Warframe community. People are too married to the shittier systems in the game. Oh, he's angry! No, no punchies! No punchies! Yes, punchies. Throwing his stupid fucking baby tantrum. Oh, he's already gone. All right.
Fire the artillery!
I'm just gonna hang out with you guys. You don't mind, do you? Oh, you don't like being hit by your own artillery? Why not? It's so much fun, though. It's so much fun. Give me that Oxium. Oh, yeah, girl. Oh, one of them got healed. God damn it. I wasn't paying attention. I forgot they could even do that. Yeah, throw your fucking tantrum. It won't matter. No, wait, that was right. No, it was wrong. Okay. There we go. Come on. Alright, it's still good. Come to me, my children. The range on that never ceases to impress me. Oh, no, you don't. Check this one just to be safe. This is probably a bad... This is probably a bad flood to do. Because the main mission is so long.
When they can't even end what they have begun.
We're so smart.
Everything I own, I built. Worked my way to the top
Whoops.
of the board from nothing.
Oh, don't start that.
You create nothing. You earn nothing. You deserve
Jesus.
nothing.
Final Phase is really irritating because of all these guys that completely ignore and lock out abilities.
Quick, hack that disabled ambulance and upload this protocol.
Actually, just fucking use the Cypher. Why am I bothering?
Get a team down there to pick that ambulance up. Don't let her go to waste.
Don't let them fix that ambulance.
Oh, that's fine. How do you do?
Fire artillery. Scatter those stainless steel rats.
How the hell am I supposed to hack this thing? Were you just being so difficult today?
Here comes the dropship.
Yeah, I know, you're very cute. You have many abilities.
I haven't felt this good since they rebuilt my barracks.
Nah, we're not doing that. Go on. Don't tell me he's back up. Gotta make sure this stupid thing doesn't get healed. It's the last thing I want to have to deal with. Ah. It's quite enough out of you. You know, I think this one is actually longer than the sortie version is. Because I don't remember the sortie needing to do this 6 times, just 4. Might be wrong on that, though. Or maybe it's like 3, even.
Throw everything at them. They will not take this away from me. They will not win. They've not earned it.
I want to watch it blow up first.
I know this for certain, Frode. You've earned this. I'm sorry, Animal. Execute the protocol.
There she goes.
My ship. Eject the bridge module. Eject it now.
Jeez. I forgot how bright that is. Eject the bridge module. Christ. Get us out of here.
Target down. Target down. Assassination contract complete. Great work, Tenno.
Once my pride and joy.
Yay, basic Trinity
I
chassis.
abandoned the project when I fled the Corvus. I should have known it was too powerful to leave in their hands.
Yeah, you keep talking about it, buddy. We're out of here. Alright. Okay. Well, 19's up, by the way, if anyone cares. I did want to pick up one more flood, though. Yeah, we'll pick up one more flood, and then I'll re-roll that stupid ribbon again to get nothing. Are we out of... Don't tell me it's on the derelict. It can't even appear on derelict. Huh. Did we really run out that fast? Supposed to be at least 2 up at all times, isn't there? It's not an Earth. Huh. This is strange. I guess that's it for floods. Is there only 1 per? I thought for sure there was 2 that appeared at any one time. Guess not. Then again, I don't do them enough to be aware of it. Really, only 1%? That's unfortunate. Maybe the few times I've actually done it, it just so happened to reproc in the time that it took to actually get done with it in the first place. Oh well, that's too bad. You know what? I've never done a Kuva survival on the actual fortress itself. Where do you even do those? Is it this one? Is this the one you're supposed to be able to do that on? I think that's the only survival, isn't it? Yeah, that's the only survival. So I guess it's just this one is where they added that in? Even though it doesn't work particularly well. I'm not gonna do that tonight, though. You know what? Let's just run Nitane real fast. We'll knock that out. Yeah. Alright, let's just run Nitane real fast, knock that out, and then we'll call it a night. Because why not? Why not?
I run diagnostic regression.
Yeah, let's run a level...
You don't need to.
Let's run a level 16 basic mission. Let's absolutely annihilate everything. Yeah, I've never done that. I'll try that some other time. I'm still not sure exactly how it works. I think you have to activate the little canisters, and that's what gives you the Kuva. And you have to rely entirely off of drops from enemies, which can be a problem if the enemies stop spawning.
There is a prisoner here that is vital to our operations. Search for the holding location.
We...
Guard for the ancients.
Get out of the way. Tell you what, a lot of this game gets trivial very fast.
Multiple biosignatures detected. We've got infested.
I love biosignatures.
There's no telling what the captors are doing to our rescue target.
Probably molesting him.
Holding cell immediately. We've been locked out.
Yeah. Don't mind me. Just building a pillow fort.
Override successful. Let's get going.
I'll do it anyways.
Alarms reset.
There, wasn't that fun?
Alarms successfully hacked.
I was really taken aback by how simple that solution was, because I'm so used to running the upper level ones. I completely forget that they can actually be that easy.
Holding area. Careful. If the wardens detect you, they will surely initiate the execution sequence.
We wouldn't want that. We might only have like 5 minutes to get them out.
The bypass is done. Go.
Oh, it's one of these.
Here are the holding cells. Search each one for the hostage. The hostage is almost out of time. Hurry.
Completely unnecessary that I did that, but I enjoyed doing it. Damn you.
I thought I was gonna die in there. Thank you.
You notice how they're always in this closet, but not really in any real danger?
To bring the captive to safety. Protect them at all costs.
Like, they're not being damaged or anything. They're just inside of a closet.
Want an extra weapon? They won't just let us walk out of.
No. Isn't it amazing, like, the whole give me a weapon thing, that actually used to mean something. It's completely useless at this point, though. Oh, there he is. I was about to say goodbye, captured target. Or, defense target or whatever. Isn't my Atlas a handsome boy? Such a big lad. It's too bad that his chin clips into his chest. There, it's so long, rescue target. Where are you guys going? Weren't you supposed to rescue? No, we're done here. Enjoy your fate. We're done. Okay. Alright, I guess that's it for the night. I'll stream this some other time, I guess. And I'm gonna grab something to eat. I was hoping maybe I could do something with Pat or something sometime, but he's way too dedicated to not enjoying himself publicly right now. So we can't have that. But I'll put this up as usual. Here, I'll give you the fucking Discord link or whatever. We'll do that this one time. Since it's the middle of the night, I'm sure that won't generate too many problems. I'll put this up on the unlisted playthrough thing on YouTube as far as my past Twitch broadcasts go.
Amazing.
Continue working on the cartoon and more shit to come from that. I'll probably do another stream with Paige and Pat soon as far as Star Trek goes whenever I'm working on the cartoon. Alright, but see you guys next time. Say goodbye to the Atlas. He just looks like he's just fucking... like he's just got through murdering like a big bus full of children is what he actually looks like. Nothing more about there, though. Oh, one last thing. There we go. That's right. So Good Baby says goodbye, too. Alright. See you guys.